Hey everyone, this is Louis7 and I am streaming the Lord of the Rings online, and this is the first time I'm doing it with a webcam, so I have that up. And I think if I go back here, there we go, I think this is how it should be. It's really hard for me to tell. Usually when or at least when I have recorded videos with the webcam, it's like right in front of me where I can see it, so this is going to be weird. And you all can, I guess, let me know on the positioning and stuff with that. I am looking, when I look this way, that is towards the chat for me. And yeah, that is what is going on. As far as what I am actually going to be doing today, we have Gondor Roving Threats with my Kinship, and I'm going to fill the time not doing that with some questing. I want to get back to actually doing West Gondor and Dol Amroth questing on my Warden. So I am in Bree right now because I got the subscriber town services and all that, and there was something I wanted to do. I'm trying to remind myself, I actually got this character set up a few minutes early, and I think I closed everything out that I had open. And hello, Jeremy Fernandez. You said this is your first live stream, and it's also my first one with a webcam, so that's a bit interesting. And when I'm looking, also, it's going to be a little bit weird, to me at least, because I'm looking at the screen and always, I think, going to be looking down, but I guess that's the way it is with webcams. And I feel like my nose is getting stuffy right now, which does not help. But what I wanted to do is I have a bunch of these little boxes that I've been accumulating from epic battles on this character, and I can open those now that I'm level 100, because they can have some nice level 100 stuff in them, but if you open them before level 100, they, I think, will not drop that. So I can go ahead and open those and we can see if I get some interesting stuff. I'll actually make the vault smaller so we can see what's going on with this stuff better. And I am trying to find where I had all of these saved up in my vault somewhere. Maybe I already took them all out. That is probably what happened. But from that one, oh, you can get level 100 gear. I think that's the main thing that I'd want to save these for. A lot of them just have the Stars of Merit. This one had a ring. The necklace did not look useful. This ring actually has an essence slot. That does not look to be a useful ring. I actually like my level 85 ones better on first glance, at least. And Jeremy, I am on Anor on this character. I do also play on Arkenstone. See, nothing from that one. Did get a Supreme Essence of Agility. Unfortunately, that essence is not that good, even though Agility is my main stat. And hello, Jonathan and Tommy D as well. And Monobuvi Own, you said that is a good spot for the webcam, so that is good to know. I really cannot see. So my different sitting positions, sometimes I will sit, if I don't knock everything on my desk off as I change positions, sometimes I will sit like this if I'm sitting more up and have my legs crossed, but if I have my legs out, I don't know if this is like a more relaxed looking position, but I would be a little bit more down like this. So just so you all know, there's a little bit of difficulties there for me with that, and like the actual cropping, I guess, and zooming of the webcam. But yeah, that's a big, I guess, new feature of this stream, that I do have that going. So I wanted to go on about it a little bit. Also, a border, that is something I'm considering. I feel like I'm trying to look at the webcam, but I'm actually looking at the stream instead of the actual webcam. So I'm considering getting a border to put around, but I have to solidly decide on the position, because I can move the position of the webcam like all around like that, which is really weird. I can't actually even see if that's where it was before. Okay, that is way too high. I know we just had people say it was good, but try to put it back where it was real quick. But yeah, there's a lot of different things basically I can test out if y'all want to see anything different with that. So Jeremy, you said that LOTRO is an old game, but the graphic style of the game is so good. And I agree, I like the graphic style. It seems to have aged decently. The graphics don't always look the best, but there are some areas that still look really nice, and I think it works well. Let's see, I am trying to remind myself where I need to be going on this character. And actually, one of the things I was going to do today, I was hoping to start the stream a little bit earlier, actually, And I might still have time. It sounds like some people will be running late for the roving threats, but I was hoping to imbue my allies, or maybe not necessarily imbue my allies, but go about that process. It's a long process, but I have a lot on this character, enough resources I think to get at least close to imbuing. So the first thing, I'm actually thinking about recording this as a sort of separate video, but one thing I'm considering is a recording on OBS while I am streaming. I don't know how well that would work with the CPU resources and all that stuff with my computer, but I might try that and imbue the LI. I always lose this item. I need to actually put on my skill bars. The subscriber town services, it's so useful, but I always actually lose where it is. So I have legendary items panel open. I also like the forge open when I do this, and then I also want relic combination open. So the very first start of imbuing the LI, so yeah, Freitas Wolf, you said for you the game that represents better the world of Lord of the Rings. Oh, the game represents, I'm totally getting lost with that since it's a little bit, but it sounds like you think the game represents the graphics pretty well for the Lord of the Rings. And yeah, there's a lot of nice things. I think it has to do largely with the world building that makes some of the game look so good, even if the graphics aren't technically the best. And I also wanted to say hello to Maluthor. I think I totally missed that earlier. Okay, so now I am actually recording on OBS to my just recording locally as I am streaming, so it's a little bit weird. So Tommy, you want me to make a video with 2 to 3 videos of imbuement for Hunter and Loremaster, for example? You lost your head trying to figure it out, and you still have a stock bow. So that's actually one thing. I am going to record a section of the stream to have some clips for when I do make an imbuement video. And Wizco, you're wondering how to get LOTRO points to buy Mirkwood, and basically you do need to do deeds. You said you've done all the deeds you can, but doing deeds is the only way without actually spending money, at least as far as I know. And I think you could make an alt, and that could be a possibility. Go ahead and deconstruct that, don't need that. But the very first step for the LIs, level 100 LIs, is getting a bunch of XP on them. And I totally did that on the wrong item. That is why... Let me lock these first of all. That is why you don't do this distracted like I am right now. So I need to first equip the 2 new LIs, and then all my old ones will go into the inventory. And then I will reforge the old first stage, the level 95 one. Now I will deconstruct the old first stage. I don't think I will be able to use whatever these are, but getting... How about shield? I really don't have good legacies on the javelin, do I? Yeah, probably go ahead and get this one. Oh, it actually does look like that will work up to level 100. I thought for some reason level 95 LIs would not work. So yeah, with the imbued LIs, there is a lot of different information going around, and also just because it's such a long and complex process, I think there are a lot of shortcuts you can take. That's one of the focuses. I'm actually going to do a video that's supposed to be like a simple and quick and easy guide on imbued LIs. And I will basically do as many, I don't know shortcuts, but just go as through as short of a process for that, for people that don't necessarily care about very minor details overall in the long run. And to calculate how many scrolls of empowerment before imbuement, it actually does not matter. Scrolls of empowerment before or after imbuement don't really matter overall. You can do it at either point and it will be the same result. And that's another one of the things. A lot of people say to max out maybe your LI before you imbue it, and you don't necessarily need to. There are a few things that are good to, or can have minor benefits if you do, but most of anything you can do after imbued LI, after actually imbuing it. Okay, so basically I just put heritage on this javelin, And I want to actually, I don't think I actually paid attention to that. I want to pick legacies that will be good. And the best place I know to actually look at legacies and what they will turn into, I already know Surety of Death damage is a good one, range damage, that's one I want. These two I don't think are good, but the LOTRO wiki, hello Vulgar TG, the LOTRO wiki usually has a good list, or it has a good list for all the classes of what the pre and post imbued LI legacies are. So let's see. Oh, I didn't actually put Warden. So just going to Google and searching LOTRO wiki Warden legacies, that brought up the Warden legendary legacies, and it says the pre-imbuement legacy on the right column, and then the imbued legacy on the left column, and that's the one I am interested in getting. I don't know, there's probably a way I can show you all this. I should have one of those display captures, and now I'm echoing. And hello, Andrew McKinnon, you said don't forget the fist buff duration becomes fist gambit damage. Yeah, that's actually what I am looking at right now, and I don't think you all can see either of these that are going on. Let's see what this one looks like. I think that actually shows it, but my webcam is right in the way. Wonder if there's something I can do, but I'll just have to be over that text for a little bit of this. I think I can scroll down past it, but this is the list that I'm going to be looking off of. I don't know how easy it is for y'all to see on the stream, but just for reference, this is what I'm going to be looking off of, these two tables right here on the LOTRO wiki. But I just wanted to show that because it really is a great resource for seeing that. And I think everything is good with the screen again. Alright, so I got the two LIs. Where are they? Let me actually put them in their proper spot. For anybody that doesn't know, you can actually drag the LI, an equipped LI, or even one in your inventory to a specific slot. So I like to put my two main LIs in 1 and 2, and then usually my bridle in 3. So yeah, kind of getting myself oriented again with the LIs. It's a little bit of a slow process, especially for me just trying it here again, as I have not actually gone through this in a while. Okay, so I still need item XP on it, but what I actually need most is the proper legacies that we were talking about. This is the longest process, and the most important one is to get the right legacies before you imbue. As far as Crystal of Remembrance goes, I think I should have one on this character. I might even have 2 of those. If we open this again and go to my vault, don't think it would be in my shared storage, but it could be. I have 1 Crystal of Remembrance here. I'm not sure where you can get another one. You might get one in the book quest. I actually don't even remember. I'll have to see what people are doing about that. But the Crystal of Remembrance, that is good to do after the imbued, after you imbue the LI, because then you get to just select which legacy you get. So I don't want to use that yet, is the whole point of that. And yeah, right now I will just try to get some legacies. I'll level up a bunch of random LIs I have here. I think the javelin is the one that needs most improvement. The spear, oh my, I'm kind of forgetting all the stuff you have to actually look at with this. It is a long process, especially when I'm trying to stream here and just have a lot going on with that. I'm kind of forgetting about this long process. Okay, so this is another good thing to do. I think it's anchor the LI so you can actually look at them. Yeah, the LI slotting trick like that, I don't see, I've seen some people say that, and then a lot of people usually reply that they don't know that as well, so I thought I would share that while I was thinking about it. Let's see, relics, gems, runes, all that stuff I will get later. Okay, so I really just need to look at the LOTRO wiki. It's kind of hard to do that again with the whole streaming thing and running out of screen room, basically. But what I want range damage on this is the main hand weapon, which is the spear. I should put that on the left because that should be the order for that, at least for me. So spear gambit damage, that is an okay legacy. Wages of fear positional damage, that is not a good one. Recklessness critical rating, That is not a really good one. It's actually okay at this level, I think, because that's a decent amount of critical rating for level 100. It's just not good at higher levels, especially. And raw critical rating isn't the best anyway, because it's more, you want percent increases, and raw critical rating won't allow you to go over the cap, but you can still increase magnitude and devastating hit chance. So that's a possibility to keep, and I know especially with the Warden, they actually don't even want that many legacies. None are like, you have a few very important ones, but then a lot are really bad for the Warden, or just like overall not useful. Okay, surety of death damage over time, range damage. I need light damage, that is the main one. So I want to see if any of these lower level weapons I have already have light damage. This one has light damage, so I want to do the Warden's Axe of the Third Age here, the one with light damage, and I will put a heritage rune on that. Actually, I need to slot it first. So I wonder if you can do this. I actually don't know. Yeah, it looks like you can just drag that there from the inventory to actually slot it in the first place. So that way you know you're slotting the right one. But I'm leveling this. You have to level it to at least 30. So I don't really care what I get because I'm only concerned about getting the light damage from that. And now I will deconstruct it, and then I will take the light damage off. I do want marked and diminished target debuff duration. I just saw that one come up with that axe. Maybe I should have chosen that one. And then I want to replace Wages of Fear positional damage there. So there, Tommy D, you said there is a rune that you can get in Mordor, and you can get a level 105 one. It's a lot more powerful, and it's bugged, so you can use it at level 100. That is interesting. I'm kind of curious if you can do that on the legendary servers, since it sounds like you have to go to Mordor. I don't really remember that rune, like a specific one here talking about with that, so I am not sure if that would be something, especially if you do have to go to Mordor, because that is blocked off on these servers. Okay, next up I do want the marked and diminished target, so that's actually another axe we will level up and deconstruct. Again, I don't really care about which of these legacies, I just want the marked and diminished target. It is level 35, so that is high enough. I'll go ahead and deconstruct it, get marked and diminished target, Warden Spear. So James G, you're wondering if a Scholar's Light Oil can be applied to allies, and I wonder if you're talking about just like general light oil. I'm not sure Scholar's Light Oil specifically, but like light oil or fire oil, you can do that with an ally, if that is what you are meaning. Okay, so at this point, I think the spear has at least most of the things that I actually want for it for post-imbuement, and let's see, gotta find the panel for this. You can open the imbued legendary item here, and it will show you the legacies you will get. So this is currently my spear right now. Actually, that is not my spear right now. That is the old version of my spear before we got the new legacies on it. There we go. Okay, so with the imbued LI panel here, you can actually see what all these will become later. And that is my javelin, that's why it looks so weird to me. So we have light damage, range damage, surety of death damage over time, marked target double cast chance. I think the difference, I wonder if that actually is. Let me see what that says. There we go. So the debuff, actually, this is something that does change. And it's actually something kind of important. I know some wardens for endgame, for more difficult content, will weapon swap just to get marked and diminished target debuff for a non-imbued ally, and swap to that ally basically just for those skills. But that is something that changes just to show how that works. And James, it sounds like that is what you meant. So yes, you can still use fire and light oils. So Wizco, you're wondering on the trait tree, if you put class points in a slot, it only gives you a tiny amount of buff. Does it multiply? as you go on, or is there no point in bothering with the class tree? Well, the class tree is very important overall. If you're talking all the percent buffs, those are usually going to be the good ones, but if you're talking about one that gives raw numbers like this, it will scale as you level up. So like this finesse rating would be a lot higher at level 130, say, or it would be a lot lower at lower levels for me. Same with the physical mastery here for the Warden. Okay, so let's see, imbued LI stuff. There are so many UI panels open. It's all helpful, but it's just like my whole screen is all these UI panels. I'm trying to remember what I even need to do. So Spear Gambit damage, that one's okay. Boar's Rush critical rating, that is one I want to replace. So I have to go back to the LOTRO wiki list, and I don't think there's anything good to replace this with. I'll probably get Vitality or Agility. So to get one of those, we have the Relic Forging panel, and you can meld Legacies. And overall, I think getting Legacy of Vitality would be better because it's a higher tier. And the more tiers you have before imbuement basically means fewer scrolls of empowerment for later. So if you have the choice to get like a tier 4 versus tier 2, that would be a little bit better. Okay, so meld that into Legacy of Vitality, Warden Spear, and I want to replace Boar's Rush critical rating. And at this point, this is when I can consider getting Agility or Might and replacing Spear Gambit damage, basically. So if I re-anchor this, now that we updated it once again. And I think people are about ready for Roving Threats, so I'm going to connect to them on Discord. Oh, hello. I didn't see people were grouped yet. So just so people know, the Kin chat, as usual, the Discord chat is on my headphones, but y'all will still hear the in-game audio in the background. And Tommy, you said they did say on Twitch that the Twitch stream that they will change the LIs hopefully for the better. So yeah, that is coming hopefully within a year from now is what it sounds like. So it could be a while off. Okay, so hopefully, well actually I doubt I can get a summon. Maybe I can get a summon. There's a captain there. We'll probably start with Dolt Amroth though, and that's where my milestone is, so that'd be easy for me to get to on this character. But as far as the imbued LI stuff goes, the spear is actually almost ready to imbue. The main thing I really would want to do is, it's not even super important, but leveling it to the max can be helpful. And applying a Scroll of Delving is slightly better to do it before imbuement than after imbuement. Basically, it ultimately saves one Scroll of Empowerment doing it before imbuement versus after imbuement, and I already have a Scroll of Delving. Wow. I didn't even know I had that. So with that, this LI is essentially ready to imbue. You can do Starlit Crystals before, you can do Scrolls of Empowerment before, but it ultimately doesn't really matter. There is a minor effect for classes with weapons with stats. So for example, let me see if there's anybody in the group that would have that. So for example, with the Guardian, if you do Starlit Crystals before imbuement, it can slightly increase these stats, at least as far as I know. This is how this works. I have not personally tested this recently to confirm or remember basically for sure that that's exactly how it works, but doing the Starlit Crystals before imbuement can allow for higher of these stats compared to if you did the Starlit Crystals only after imbuement, basically. It was nice that there was actually somebody in the group for me to quickly point that out, though. Oh yeah, and I forgot I was recording as well on OBS. I don't know, that didn't seem to impact my frame rate, FPS or anything. But yeah, that was a long time spent with UI panels. It's a little bit weird. I'm not the biggest fan of, say, doing that during a stream. I feel like streams should be a little bit more actiony than that. But I hope going through the imbued LI process was a little bit helpful. I wasn't actually entirely planning on doing that at the start, but I thought since I got started a little bit late, I didn't really have time to do many quests beforehand. Okay, so I have no idea what I'm doing. As y'all can see, I'm walking in circles basically. We also have Diadem here. He is level 100. I did not know he got that high level. So we have a third Warden in the group. It's a lot of Wardens. So Wisco, you said weird question, favorite Wendy's order? Oh, you said yours is. I thought the MIN, I was reading that as minimum. Wendy's order, I don't really eat Wendy's. I don't even know what they have. I would guess something like, so I'm not really a fan of food that a lot of people like. So for example, burgers, which I assume Wendy's has something like that. Would probably be some sort of chicken type thing. Can't have the UI stuff pop up while this guy's spinning. Okay, I just had to get a little view of that capo moth there. I think he might be moving the camera like that to do that. I'm guessing like this. I can't really see my character doing this, but they spin around. I don't think you can do it like that. Yeah, that doesn't do it either. But basically, I think that's how you spin around like that while doing an emote. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention the lighting. I know that's something I don't know, stress about, but just think about a little bit with this stream. Because I feel like it's always low lighting, so I turn my light, I can actually change the color of it from warm light to cool light and one in between. So actually, I think I had it on the yellow one there, but it can go slightly brighter or darker, but on this side will end up being darker as that goes brighter, basically. But I thought I would just point that out. I completely forgot about it, and I am getting way behind. So it sounds like we are getting one more person in the group. It's a cloudy day in Gondor. I feel like every single time I've been in Gondor, it's been like bright and sunny and clear skies. This is a little bit weird. Okay, so it sounds like we're getting the warband here. So basically, if you all are wondering why I'm not really hitting it, that's so we can get a chance for everybody to actually get him and somebody. Oh, he died really fast. I couldn't even actually get a chance to use Range Resounding Challenge. There. But yeah, I don't think I have done a stream of Gondor Roving Threats. I might have. Actually, don't even remember somehow, but I've done Gondor Roving Threats a lot with this kin, at least 2 or 3 times. We've done like a full run through. We'll do West Gondor, Central Gondor, then Eastern Gondor, probably a break or 2 in between. And then after all that, after all the Roving Threats, if we have time, I want to do questing again. I was hoping to do more of that at the beginning of the stream. I have no idea where we're going. I'm just like running around in circles. So, are all of these scouted out? Okay, so it looks like we're going in the right direction. I need to turn somebody on Discord way down. Yeah, LOTRO is beautiful and it does not lag. Sometimes it can be really laggy, and for me at least with OBS and streaming and all that, it makes it a little bit lower FPS than it usually is. And I have the wrong outfit on, even though it feels so kind of gloomy just because it's cloudy. I don't know where the character panel is, usually somewhere up there. And we are going the wrong way right now. Wonder, I guess I am close enough to follow them. Though they seem to have a slow war steed. And I just slowed way down. Yeah, Gondor is really nice, but it is just crazy to me that it actually is cloudy. It's nice that, I guess there's a little bit of dynamics with the environment there. That is nice, but again, it's just such a stark contrast than every other time I've been on this character in Gondor. It's like that. So Wizco, you have a joke for me? And I'm about to run into the roving threat, not rove into the roving threat. Although I was also about to rove into it. In this, we have not done too much combat, so the skill bar, of course, is towards the bottom of the screen, so I feel like I'm going to be looking very low down when I do that. So I think a couple other people are still joining the group before we actually pull this. So Wizco, for your joke, you said a construction worker walks into a bar in a slab of asphalt. What did he order? I am not sure, and you all probably see this. I don't even realize I do it all the time, but I just like rock in my chair like that sometimes. I feel like that probably causes some inconsistent audio as I'm like changing position relative to the mic. I don't know if y'all can see the mic, it's right there. It's a giant microphone, it's the blue, it's actually all messed up right there. That's probably way loud for y'all, I should have muted, but get a turtle here. But yeah, unfortunately Wizco, I am not sure. See, I can probably get some. I was just thinking they were actually been talking about it in Discord, but deed progress. I do need Beast Slayer for West Gondor still. That is not a beast, the fox. Okay, so I think everybody is here and ready. And I think if these roving threats are generally pretty easy, so one thing I can do somehow is get one more dark before dawn cast. That'll actually give me a trait point. I just need to use that one time. I was very bad on this character. Well, actually I shouldn't say I was very bad. I was very good about working on the class deeds for the basically gambits that aren't used that frequently and skills that aren't used that frequently. That is a lot of bleeds and debuffs. I did hardly any of those. I maybe gave like 3 bleeds in Ranger Sounding Challenge. Oh no, one of the... Wow, we have 4 Wardens in this group. I know for raiding a lot, endgame activities, that people often don't want to take more than 1 Warden just because... Okay, while we're still gathering up. I did not mean to get stunned, but just wanted to put a dot on all of them. Yeah, that whole Beast Slayer deed was a good idea there. Somebody's clicking a lot. There's just somebody, I guess, in the Discord has an open mic and it's just clicking a bunch. But yeah, with all the Wardens, I don't remember what all I said about that topic, but I think for endgame activities, the Warden debuffs can basically interrupt each other, and it can be very hard to track which debuff is yours, and you have to pay attention to that a lot, I think. Especially if you do spear sweeping, which I don't know that a lot actually do that, but there's a lot of talk about it being so optimal that it sounds like everybody does that. Unfortunately, I am super weak on my war steed, and if I were playing a different class, such as a guardian oddly enough, I could potentially one-shot, I could one-shot regular mobs maybe, but my warden is just so weak. I think it looks like, oh, I thought we were coming up on the thing here, and Naz, you were wondering what I do for a living, and this might sound weird, but I'm a graduate student for a living. The way that works is I am a graduate research assistant, so I'm employed as a research assistant as a student. And hello, Bacalonius. I feel like I always want to say your name wrong, at least as like Bacalanius, but it's Bacalonius. But anyway, you said I am with the facecam going, and I am indeed. And how does it feel now that we can all see you? It's a little bit weird. I feel like I'm overthinking what I look like a little bit. Like I was just talking about how when I am looking at my skill bar, how I'm looking like way down. I can't even see what I look like. And I'm also very rarely actually looking directly into the camera. So like if I was doing a video, I would do this. But while streaming, it just feels very weird looking straight at the camera like that. And I also have my hand just like in a resting position randomly here. That's also a little bit weird to me. Like whenever I look over and just see my hand sitting here. So basically I'm over analyzing all of my moves. Okay, we really need to get our Beast Slayer deed done here. Oh, sorry. Anyway, I was trying to clear out some of these beasts here again for the Beast Slayer, but they said once people are done with that, he will actually pull the boss. So I still pulled more anyway, just because I wanted to. Okay, I'm going to try to get a whole bunch of my own bleeds on this, just for fun. I want to see how many bleeds we can get on this guy. I know a lot of people are probably using the light dots, but I can apply, let's see, I can apply 3 bleeds plus 3 bleeds. Actually, 1 more bleed than that. So I had probably about 7 bleeds going myself. We have a ghost. I was hoping this was another beast. Okay, so we are following Annie, the hunter here. So Naz, you said basically a PhD professor makes me do all their work for them while they work on writing their book. Maybe, but that does not actually appear to be the case. And yeah, Jonathan, I do think with practice I will get more comfortable with the camera. Like, so with the camera, I basically am ignoring it at this point, and I feel like maybe ignoring it too much, but I know it is just a big change, so it's a little bit weird. It's kind of weird here where I am. It is... so I live in the northern Midwest, kind of Great Plains area of the United States, and it has been very cold this winter, and this is my first time here. I used to live in the Ohio Valley area, and the winter here has been very cold. I think it's been above average overall with the temperature, but lately it's been very cold, except the past week, and especially this, what is today, Sunday? Late last week and into this weekend, it's warmed up quite a bit. It was almost 40 degrees Fahrenheit today, which it felt like not quite summer, but it felt like almost a warm spring. It wasn't really warm outside, but it just had that feeling of a very warm spring day, which is very weird. So it's also in my apartment here, kind of warm, which I am not used to. I kind of like the winter because I get to keep this place pretty cold. I feel like I'm a little bit weird that I'm like most comfortable in the low 60s as far as temperature goes inside. But yeah, I had no idea how I got on that topic. Basically, it's really warm here. That's why I have a blanket that I've been using a long time at my desk for my legs, but I do not need that right now. And as you are wondering, my field of study in it is atmospheric science. I don't think I've talked about my headphones much. I just hit my wire right here. Y'all might have seen that now, but my headphones, I feel like a lot of people use like gaming headphones. So I thought I would point out these are actually just like regular headphones. They are open ear. That's one very big difference. My old headphones, I had like Astro, whatever the cheap one was, Astro A10. I had those gifted to me a long time ago. I think we're getting back on the worsted. Back on the worsted, but not before I pull more enemies. But with the headphones, having them open-eared, so open-backed, so it's almost like not even having anything there as far as canceling or blocking outside noise. I actually like that a lot. And compared to my old headsets as well, they have a lot less force on my ear. So one of the things when I used to stream a couple of years ago and even late last year, my headphones would start to hurt my ears, where I'd actually just take them off and not hear anything. So having these is a lot better, and I can actually keep them on a long time, so it's kind of nice. I wonder if there's any Corsair Slayer. I probably shouldn't be attacking them all because they'll just dismount me. And I'm just following everybody else. I don't know. We're going a little bit of a weird route here. Wonder if you can jump over these? Oh, that was an easy jump for me. Oh, yeah, to be honest, I expected to rubber band back as well. Okay, it looks like a bunch of people are dismounted, and I really do need my Beast Slayer D. This is actually helpful for that. I know I still have questing to do, but I don't know how many beasts I will kill for that. This is a good area. Oh, we're actually also right at the Roving Threat. But this is a good area as well for the Beast Slayer. I've gotten a lot of progress on that. I think about 30 kills. As you asked tea or coffee and you then asked or both. Well, I would actually say neither. I don't know what tea tastes like, but I know I don't like coffee. I think I have tried a tea once or twice, and I don't even remember what it tasted like. But I'm pretty sure I've tried tea at some point. Either way, that's not something I really like. Did they pull the thing? They might have pulled it. Okay, they did not. I know I'm running off pretty far just because we're waiting for somebody to actually get there and I can get the Beast Slayer D done a little bit. So one of the things, I'm working slowly on a bunch of different videos. That's actually one of the things, I'll get to this in a minute, but one of the deeds I'm working on is just some random tips I have for LOTRO, which could hopefully be done within the next month or two. But one of the things I was able to do during December a little bit was kind of get some prep work done for some videos, and I've been able to lately actually get on working on those, so it's been a little bit of a faster process, and that's actually a concern for my channel. Some content may slow down as I'm basically running out of that pre-worked stuff. I almost feel like there's no point into switching into melee, and I didn't even use any bleeds there, but that thing went down so fast. Wisco, Lonelands or North Downs? That is a tough one. Lonelands is very nice. It's a very good zone. I think it is a little bit odd. I don't think people usually rate it like a super high zone or a super great zone or anything, but I really don't know why we follow you. This actually does take you to a good spot. So we're headed to the southwest, okay. Oh, we're going to get a warband, I think it sounds like. Okay, while everybody is getting here and catching up, we really do need the Beast Slayer done. But North Downs, I also really like that zone. It's been a while since I've quested there. I should probably go back there. There are a lot of fun things about North Downs as well. So it's kind of hard to pick. I might personally prefer North Downs, even though I still think Lonelands is really nice. Lonelands is also a little bit unique, and then I think it is, the proper category would be a Savannah. These guys, these do not count as beasts, unfortunately. They're all dragon kinds. Man, I have to stop pulling things. So James G, you... Looks like we pulled the boss and we weren't supposed to, or at least somebody did. So high fives, you asked why did I suicide, and that is because I followed the Guardian. He is our group leader slash kin leader, and I just followed him. But it actually put us in a position we needed to be. We needed to go like right next to the red circle anyway. Also, we are not allowed to kill that mob. We have to wait for everybody to get here so they can all get credit for that. In the Garthagar one, the red swamp, oh, there are a couple of red swamps. There's I assume you're talking about Garthagar one. Okay, hopefully I'm far enough. Let me actually look at the map. Where are we? Vanian, Eriador, Lonelands. Harlog, that is not the red swamp, but it is swamp-ish, I think. I actually really like the questing around Garthagar one. They're doing actually a good job not killing it. So Vulgar TG, you're asking how long I have played LOTRO? I have played since sometime in the middle of Siege of Mirkwood. I don't remember the exact date I started, but I think it was shortly after the anniversary, because the year gift box I get is like 1 year off, essentially. So the longest break I've taken, there were a lot of times around Rohan and Gondor that I did not play much. I might have logged in once every couple months or something. And now as you're wondering how I make the Warden look so easy, by playing it a lot. I think that's the biggest thing, just I've played Warden a lot. A whole lot. Okay, I think we're all good here. Oh, I really want to pull that Warhound, but I don't want to get us in a mess with going in combat or anything. Looks like we have a lot of people joining the group. We have, I believe, Baraphant there. He is new to the kin, I believe. There is Glor. There's also, Clofa, I think, has done some of the Moria instances on an alt with us. But yeah, we have a lot of people on for the Kin lately. We have a full raid, actually. That's just been a little bit unusual with this Kin. We sometimes have turnouts like this, but for roving threats like this, I'm just a little bit surprised. And Ganderp, you said you love each Rovanian zone. They felt like you're in Middle Earth, and now you're level 103 and just entered Eastern Gondor and you don't like it that much so far. I've actually heard that a little bit about Gondor recently. I like Western Gondor. Right now it's a little bit cloudy and not quite the bright blue, beautiful sky that you're maybe used to. Bat. That's an interesting name for the cat. It's got a very orange look to it. This actually looks like it belongs in Lonelands. We were just talking about that place. In Wizco, you asked if I read the dialogue, and I do not read the dialogue. Sometimes I will read the dialogue. If there's something very interesting that catches my eyes before I click accept or finish now, then I will. And high fives, you think the saddest region is Trollshaws? Oh, that's where your free-to-play adventure is. That is a little bit unfortunate. I have not really experienced that, so yeah, I don't know the personal sadness with that, but I can definitely see that. And as you said, you want to thank me for all the years of content. You can't remember how many years you've been watching my videos for. Well, that's kind of scary. I always feel like my old content is a little bit bad. Sometimes I'll just randomly come across an old video, or somebody will comment on an old video, and I'll like briefly look into it, and I don't know, there are just a lot of things I've slowly upgraded. I've gotten a lot better, I think, at making videos and streaming and content in general, but also just as far as my equipment goes, and audio equipment mainly. And now with the webcam as well. Yeah, Jonathan, I agree with the weather changing, especially is of interest to me. Okay, I think everybody is here, so we had a couple new people join and of course had the issue. Almost one-shot it, halfway one-shot it. Wow, that did hardly any damage the second time. It's kind of funny, everybody is actually working on killing things. James Shee, you said you love the Overcast and Region. I mean, there are so many zones. I kind of hate talking about zones like this in a way, because it just makes me want to go to all these Eriador zones. I love the Eriador zones, especially like a Region. Oh, I want to quest in a Region. Maybe after Wildwood. I plan to take a character through Wildwood, and I'll just go to Region after that, maybe. Or maybe I'll forget about it by then. I do know in tomorrow's video, as a little preview, that should be a fun video. I don't know that it'll be very useful for everybody, but that will feature at one point my Runekeeper killing some roving threats in Gondor. Just a random note. So Bach, Alonius, you are wondering if I think if any of the expansions or quest packs will come on sale soon, and possibly during the anniversary, which I think is in a couple months from now. So that's not very soon, but maybe in a couple months. Yeah, that high five's the thing in August. You're talking about the sale in August. I wonder if you're talking about the free quest. LOTRO, I forget the exact coupon code name, but when they had that coupon for the free quest packs, that was very nice. So it sounds like you played LOTRO 6 years ago and then ended in the Trollshaws and started a month ago, and then you ended in the same place. So yeah, that's unfortunately a little bit of a bad time, because you missed all that. Hopefully, they haven't said for sure that they're going to do something like that, but they said, I think it's still a possibility that in the future they could do a free quest coupon like that. It doesn't sound too likely. It was mainly because of the pandemic and all that. But it really increased the population of the game. So potentially as a marketing strategy now, they could actually try that in the future, but I'm not sure. And Nathan, you like questing in Moria. I actually kind of do as well. I don't know that it's my favorite, but it can be a fun experience to do that for a little bit. I did it, I don't want to say recently, actually for Moria it is recently. I did it within the past year on my RuneKeeper, did a lot of these southern zones. So that is enough Moria for me. I have to have a pretty long break to go into Moria, but it can be fun. The first time I went through it, I absolutely hated it though. Here's the Great Bull. Man, I really should I might get my Beast Slayer deed almost done. Hopefully this Wild Bull, I don't want to pull the Warband, wait for people to actually get here, but my goal is to just pull a bunch of these random beasts and get some extra kills while the raid focuses on the ones we actually need. Because I really do wonder if I could get my Beast Slayer deed done today. I have some questing, it shouldn't be hard to get. Okay, so we are going north. As much as I want to hit more of these, all I have to do really is get range resounding challenge on them, and it's all good from there. Gondor, you were wondering when the next update drop is, and that should be next month. There will be the major update Wildwood, which is set to be update 29. Sometime in March, that is all we have been given. This zone looks, just because it has always been clear skies when I've gone through Gondor on this character, this zone looks actually really neat cloudy, I think. It's a little bit bluer looking, a little bit grayer maybe even. And hello, Alex Matuska. Oop, might as well pull all these mobs. And once again, my strategy is to not kill the Warband. My strategy instead is to kill all these random animals. As rude as that sounds. So it sounds like there is a roving threat that they have to check on. I guess this one maybe wasn't scouted. So Jonathan, you said your RuneKeeper is your favorite, but then the Warden is a close second. And that's kind of how it is for me, but in reverse. The Warden's the favorite and then RuneKeeper would be second favorite. Sometimes if I'm in the mood for something more magical, it will be a close second favorite. But I don't know, lately I just haven't been too much in the mood for RuneKeeper actually. One thing I feel like is the lack of power maybe in the red line. It just feels so weak compared to what it used to overall. And it's not even that bad, but it's just a little bit of a weird feeling with me with the red line there. Ooh, there he is. Almost ran into the roving threat. So while people catch up, I'm going to pull a bunch of wild beasts. It looks like we are already pulling him. This one I probably should help a little bit with. I think he'll go down really fast enough that I can still at least pull one random boar here. And there's a wild bull right there that I can pull. Actually, somebody hit that boar. That was not me. It looked like a hunter shot. Oh. Yeah, it was just Yeah, I was figuring while everybody was working on the roving thread, I might as well just pull some beasts for everybody. So Jonathan, I do play Yellow Line on the Runekeeper. I actually play it more than the Red Line lately because I do find Lightning fun. I've just played it maybe a little bit too much lately. It's kind of similar with the Hunter. Hunter is a class, actually in the old days of LOTRO, Hunter was my third most played class, the third character I leveled towards Moria and past that. The third one I got to Dunland. Ooh, I almost pulled that on accident. Now this warband is really fun as a Yellow Line Warden, even though I'm busy getting Sun with a Bull, but I just want to show you all. I've had this actually in a few of my videos, but basically, get just a lot of damage from that. Unfortunately, a lot of the mobs already died before I even did that, so I'm just going to put that bleed back up and pull some of these wild beasts. So it sounds like those guys, part of the warband enemies, might have counted for some Slayer deed as well. I did not see one I actually needed. Let's see, Gondor, Western Gondor, completed. Quest, Corsair Slayer, so I have completed that, but not the advanced. And there's Bandit Slayer, wow. Bandits and Corsair Slayer. Hello, Carrick, and you asked what server I am on. I am on Anor right now. I do play Arkenstone as well, but haven't been there too much lately. And I feel like I say that every stream because I think a lot of my streams recently have been on Anor. I did the Roving Threats one on Louisden, and that was one of the only ones I remember actually doing somewhat recently. Did a couple with War of Three Peaks and Elder Slate, I think. One or two at least. Oh, we're going back down south. Yeah, I did not know Bandit Slayer and Corsair Slayer, just having both of those, they're a little bit similar, not the exact same. But I did not know there were both of those. The Corsair I should definitely get done by the time I actually finish, if I ever finish the questing here. But Bandit Slayer, there's a camp of bandits somewhere that you can just run around, I think, a few times and get a lot of progress with that, and I almost ran into the roving threat there. Oh, I almost pulled that dragon. Oh, unfortunately I died. I don't know too much aggro with the bulls or just the dragon doing stuff. I probably shouldn't have used my free retreat right there. I could have just waited for somebody to res me, or not my free retreat, but my free revive. I'll just focus down here on some bulls while they get the dragon. Somebody got a Morgul crest, that's nice. I don't know who. There's a boar down there. Alright, gotta check the Beast Slayer deed again. Probably have gotten about 100 today, which is a lot. Oh, we still need to res some people, so I probably shouldn't get in combat if we need to res some people. What I can do is look at my LI. It has not leveled up that much, but that is okay. Accidentally just put in points, even though I do want to put in points. The Javelin, I can rank up the DPS. That'll be very good. I mainly use the Javelin. You all see I am in the range stance most of the time at the moment. Probably, I don't even have Divine Challenge. Oh, I think we were done. Are we waiting? Did I miss the port? Oh. Oh, so my milestone and my... Is there a captain that can summon? Thank you. Okay, so a captain summoned me, but both my milestone was on cooldown, and I don't have a return to Dol Amroth skill yet. I don't think. I might be able to get one. I wonder if I have enough reputation, enough barter tokens. I assume there's one you can get for the Warden. And Carrick, you said I have a really clean UI for a Warden, and yeah, I tried to make it a little bit clean. It's kind of odd with the UI. I kind of set it up for clicking my Gambit builders because it took me so long to actually get used to using keybinds on the Warden. There was just one point where I decided to just do that and not use skills without clicking them, so only using the keyboard. And that's basically how I did it. The keybinds don't make too much functional sense, but I don't know if you can make them have any actual functional sense, at least to me, or logical sense, I should say, rather than functional. But at least to me, that's what it feels like.
These are troublesome times indeed.
Now y'all get to see me scratching my nose. Because my nose, I feel like I've talked about that just in a few streams randomly, that my nose like gets really itchy, and now y'all get to actually see me itch it. Wow, I have looted so many different things here. Oh, I think they were getting a warband, but what I want to look at... Oh, I have a turn-in right here. This is technically a Warden's Gondor stream, so we can do a random quest that I just found. Dol Amroth box. Learn more about the city guard. Complete. Oh, I got a lot of quests here. That is something this character still needs to do, a lot of questing here in Gondor. I have no idea where the barter person is for this faction. Maybe over here. Dol Amroth, I don't know. Kindred, no reputation. Needs what? Oh, are y'all getting the warband? Okay, they're getting a warband back there is what is going on. Carrick, you said you need to depart from the stream, so thank you for stopping by and joining. I hope you enjoyed. Oh, you did say you enjoyed it. So I'm glad you enjoyed it, and thanks for stopping by. And I got my not return to, but muster and Dol Amroth skill. So we'll put that over there. That's also a neat outfit. It actually works. This is another, what I would say, good Gondor outfit. This is, actually it looks like the outfit is from Gondor. A little bit Corsair looking, piratey looking. Compared to mine, I feel like mine, even though it's technically like a Rohan outfit, maybe even a, not Wildermore, but a, oh, it actually is Wildermore. I thought it didn't know it was Wildermore, but totally distracted. Oh yeah, mine for some reason just looks a little bit more Minas Tirith like, and this looks more, say, Gondor like, even though Minas Tirith is in Gondor. Okay, so I think they're getting some warbands and stuff. I could actually join that just to get some more Beast Slayer, but I should also sell. So I will sell while I'm just headed to join them a little bit. Just to get some deed progress, basically. Sell all these. I think, actually don't know, I think the purple helmet is better. I was testing that out. This necklace I do not want. Well, it looks like I came here right when they got done. I don't think they killed the warband, they didn't find it, but yeah, I came out and did all that to get no Beast Slayer deed progress, but that's okay. We got a lot of progress on that, and again, all the questing here hopefully will kill some beasts while I do that. I do have Orc Slayer. That one I have hardly any progress on. I wonder where the orcs are. Corsairs, Oathbreaker Slayer. I wonder if Oathbreaker or if that would be in Paths of the Dead, or if Paths of the Dead has its own panel in the deed log. I kind of forget.
Troublesome times indeed.
Ooh, which place was it? Oh, are we getting that warband? Okay. So it sounds like we still have to get a couple warbands in West Gondor. That's one thing, you'll probably see me changing my position a lot. I get uncomfortable sitting in the same position for a while. Basically, I need to stretch and move around. It's kind of neat with the cloudier skies. It's also a little bit foggier looking. Just can't quite see as much off in the distance with the mountains and stuff. It really feels like it should almost be raining. So there's lots of orcs in Tinglebell and Lamedon, which I still don't know. Every time I say this, but I don't know if it is Lamedon, which I really doubt. Did you say Lothgobel? No, Tingobel. Where is Tingobel? There's the bandit camp, and I am headed in the wrong direction, it looks like. There's also, this place might have orcs. Oh, this is Tingobel. Okay, this is in Blackroot Vale. Oh, it sounds like they're going to be killing some enemies for Beast Slayer deed, so hopefully I can get there in time and get some progress on that as well. That is the theme tonight, apparently, Beast Slayer. Don't really care too much about the warbands and roving threats, it's all about the Beast Slayer. Although I wonder if this character, I don't know if this character has done the roving threats. I do get Oathbreaker Slayer. This one I also get some fun AoE as a Yellow Line Warden. Oh, we still have the main one to kill. I think actually I need to reapply that bleed. So it sounds like we are getting a bear in the southwest. Looted a pocket item at some point, and it is not good. A lot of these pocket items, the ones that are like this, are usually not that great. I think they used to be like very specific low-level ones, but were made to scale, if I remember correctly. And nowadays, they're just not really that good. Especially for this level where the epic battle jewelry is so good. Probably have a couple of these boxes to open. What are the gray ones here? Doormat in a box. Silver box of Western Gondor spoils. Got an emerald shard. Minor essence of vitality. Eventually I might use the essences of vitality if I ever get this character actually properly geared up for this level cap, which at my pace will probably not happen. That's kind of the thing. I spend a lot of my time working on videos and stuff, which I enjoy. What actually means I usually don't end up with that much playtime in LOTRO. It's usually just like kin events, which I have a lot of fun with. But that basically means this character, I can't really get all this progress, and I accidentally accepted the quest after we already killed him. Yeah, I did the same thing. It sounds like a couple of people were kind of like me and accepted the quest after we defeated the boss there. Go ahead and clean my inventory. I'm really glad I cleaned up my inventory before the stream. That has been a big problem on this Warden for a while. It needed to be done. I don't want to sell the earlingus hides. I should just be locking everything I want to keep. I don't think I will ever use the one thing. Lock all that, lock that. This physical mitigation probably won't use, but might as well lock it. Range, shield, gambit, line healing. I'll keep that just in case. All this, I do actually want to depart this time. I don't think I got that pop-up message last time. Maybe I did and just accidentally missed it, but I wanted to make for sure that I caught it this time. This one I can sell. Lock these. Lock this. Scout's Fateful Ring. I just don't think this is good. It's not as good as the ones I already have, and mine are level 85, so we'll go ahead and sell that. Sell the helmet as well and lock this rune. Wizcoat, I have not seen. Potato, boil it, mash up, stick man stew. Oh, wait, we're going to the stable master here. I think we are going to be going to Barhurin rather. Monomovie, I run the 64-bit client. I think that's what I should be running at least. I actually recently tried the 32-bit client. This was maybe in the last stream I did actually, that I was crashing every time I went to South Bree. I think this was on my warning last week. I think that's when it was. Or it was on some character, but anyway, every time I would go, like, try to go to the gates of South Bree, I would just crash there. So I tried the 32-bit client, but it didn't help in short. But otherwise, I use the 64-bit client all the time. For me, I haven't compared it to the 32-bit client rather in a long while, basically since it came out, but I had a lot smoother performance overall with it. Oh wow, I actually followed somebody to the correct spot for once.
We must protect Gondor at all costs. Ithilien is crawling with foes. We must protect Gondor.
Alright, well, I actually don't know. We might go south or we might go north. We're still waiting for a couple people. What can I do? I'm just going to hope we're going out this gate. But I want to look at my inventory a little bit. Oh, somebody followed me. What am I doing? I wanted to open some sort of panels and look at something. Probably LI stuff. Light damage, range damage. That would actually be very helpful right now because I'm doing so much range damage. Might as well rank that up. Vitality actually gives me not much, but does give me a little bit. Light damage. Sure, I do that. Okay. Just might as well spend my points that I have. I'll get that even. It's like somebody came here as well. A little hobbit actually ran here, then ran back. And this guy, he just ran through and ran back as well. I can't tell. There is something over there. Is that Minas Tirith? It looks like Minas Tirith. On the map, it looks like it. This is kind of interesting. I've never seen Minas Tirith from here. It looks like we are heading west. Wow, I picked right somehow. I'm not sure I've ever actually... No, okay. I have looked at Minas Tirith from here, but it's been a long while. I totally forgot about this view of Minas Tirith, but when the game... Not when the game first came out, but when this area first came out, I recorded a little time-lapse video, because that's something I used to do on my channel, was just post random time-lapse videos. But I think I did one in a location like this, at least. I think they're still trying to head out. Yeah, that is actually a good thing, Mork and Poor. You said you can see Minas Tirith here before they even added Minas Tirith to the game, like that zone. And I think that's a good thing that they actually had it and had it ready. That's pretty important if Minas Tirith wasn't there and then just randomly showed up. I guess they could make some sort of just like fog blocking it. But maybe that is when I got that, because I remember there was one of the periods in Gondor that I actually played, probably the most, was when Osgiliath came out. I played with a friend through a lot of that content way back when. He was playing a hunter and I was on my Warden mostly then. But got a lot of views of Minas Tirith, I think, during that. And that is, we were at some point talking about some breaks I have had, and my longest breaks, and I mentioned there are a lot of periods throughout Gondor and Rohan that I would just be off for a couple months or log in just once in every while to check things or something, or level an alt. That would be the most frequent thing I did at that time, was leveling low-level alts. Let's see, we're probably following Annie. I think they scout all the roving threats out early, usually. I am on follow, but it's going very slow, so I'm going to try to manually follow now. And I am not yawning. If people are curious, I'm not yawning because I am bored, but because it is getting late. I guess that means it's getting close to bedtime. So, Mark Antbor, you said Minas Tirith was around when you got burnt out for the game and you're recently getting back into it. I think now is a good time to get back into it. There is... I don't know, I just feel like there's a lot of exciting stuff and good new content for LOTRO lately, especially... I really like the Minas Morgul expansion pack, and I also have really liked the updates since Minas Morgul. I also liked Veils of Anduin, the update before Minas Morgul. A lot of people liked the update 23. I never got quite finished with that. So I actually have not done like all the quests or anything with update 23. And update 22 was a little bit mixed for me. I don't think I did. I probably didn't even get through half of the questing there, to be honest, but yeah, that's my experience basically, randomly with some new stuff since Gondor, since Minas Tirith. Wizco, you were wondering about how much money I have spent on LOTRO, and over the years, a lot. But one of the nice things about LOTRO is, other than these periods where I haven't played too much, and during those periods I didn't have a subscription or anything, I didn't bother keeping that up if I didn't play. Here's the troll. He blends in with the trees pretty well here. Okay, so we're going to get a bunch of bleeds on him. That is my goal, just to get as many bleeds on him as possible. I think we should try to get 2 rows of bleeds on him with all these wardens. We have a lot of different dots, but 2 rows of these red border bleeds here, like all these looking ones. Did he drop that club? Somebody dropped this club. It's kind of interesting. I don't know, I feel like I'm getting a little bit interested in the loot lately just when I see an item, just because it seems kind of rare to get weapons or armor missed. So while I was talking, this is kind of one of the downsides of streaming while doing these kind of events is, while I was talking there, somebody said something and then everybody just started laughing in the Discord. And I totally missed what that was all about. So, Mark, you said you are leveling up through Rohan again and Mordor on 2 characters. You're enjoying both. That is good to know. But you're looking forward to Vales of Anduin, Dale, Mirkwood, all that. Yeah, that's all stuff I think to look forward to. It's good that you're enjoying Mordor. I know a lot of people didn't enjoy it, and especially upon release, and I would be one. I enjoyed it at the start, actually, but it quickly went downhill after the start. There were a lot of exciting things about it from the start. And I was basically in a state where I thought I could really enjoy it, but the first zone, I don't know halfway through it, but after a few hours questing in the first zone, it really went way downhill for me as a lot of things became a bit more clear with it. Wizco, you were wondering about Nintendo, and I have a good talk about Nintendo. We'll get to that after I get to your how much money I've spent on LOTRO, because I never properly answered that. So I don't have a lifetime sub, unfortunately, unlike James G and a lot of people I play with. There are a few people in the kin that I know even have that. I really wish I did opt for getting that, basically. At the time when the lifetime VIP, that was stopped, I think, shortly before I started playing. I don't remember exactly when it was stopped, but I basically had no interest in LOTRO. I tried it on like various, not free to play, but trial accounts back when those were things. Oh, following people in circles now. Oh, I think we're just crossing through the town. See, I have no idea what we're doing. I'm just following people, so I think we need to go this way. But let's see, what was I going on about with that? Oh yeah, the amount of money I've spent in LOTRO. I really have no idea. Probably close to, I'm actually, $1,000 would probably be a big overestimate. Let's see, I've been playing maybe close to $1,000 considering all the years of VIP. Which is, I usually do whatever equivalates to $10 a month, like the 3-month edition. That's $30 for 3 months. And then also various expansions and things like that. But the good thing is, with LOTRO and MMORPGs in general, I just don't spend much money on other games. Like, I hear a lot of people about, like, buying games on Steams and just all these different games, all these different RPGs, even for a similar genre, when these games come out. And I am the type of person that likes to spend a lot of time in a few games, like LOTRO, so spending a lot of money on those few games rather than a little bit of money spread across a bunch of games. I prefer that. I have no idea where we're going. We're following Annie. Okay, we're way up there. There is... This is a roving threat down here. Get that Sai? The big boombox roving threat? Okay. So we're going back to this guy. We're going north and then down south to him. I don't see Annie here. I have no idea where we're going. So Tommy, you said $1,000. That is a 4-month salary where you live. Wow. That is a lot of money then for 4 months salary. And Canwick, hello to you. You've been a little bit active in the Discord, I think, or active on Twitter. I don't remember the Discord. I just remember pointing out your profile picture, which I also like on YouTube. But you said around $3,000 total. I almost read that as $30,000 at first with all those zeros, but just 3,000 over the 12 years. That's a lot of years though. And that's why I feel like when I talk about how much money I've spent on LOTRO, it's important to factor in your playtime. So on this character, it's 2 weeks, 19 hours, which isn't that much. I think we're going down here and getting this guy before the warband. We have a nice open field here for Eastern Gondor for the South Athelian Forest area here. And Mark, you're wondering if indie game for LOTRO is still super grindy, and I think it is still super grindy. As Canwick said, there are some things that are not as bad as they used to be, but a lot of things that I personally feel like are very grindy. So unfortunately, it sounds like that's one thing that led to your burnout, but it's just some things for me personally that I feel like are extra grindy that some other people might not consider. I need to go to range dance. What are all these wardens doing? I really have no idea what's going on. Oh, I guess with the UI hidden. Oh, there we go. Yeah, tell me that sounds a little bit rough, a $300 laptop with a long overdue upgrade. That puts things into a little bit of perspective when I'm thinking I have a long overdue upgrade for my graphics card. Which I'm trying. I've been looking for like an RTX. Did I do a melee skill or did he resist or something? Oh yeah, and this guy does orange circles. I think there was a reason. I usually go ranged on these guys just to be extra safe because they had a tendency to one-shot me. This character still isn't the best gear-wise. I am level 100 now at least. But I think I can still go in melee. And lag. Often if I use Fierce Resolve, if you all see me using that in melee, it's often because of lag, and I missed the shift on the spear shield at the start. Oh, I tried to use Never Surrender, I just clicked it with that. Yeah, that kicking warden was actually me. I just saw the other wardens doing their little warden dance thing, so I decided to join in the fun. So Tommy, you said you have a 940M. That sounds like the mobile, so the laptop version of GTX graphic card. But with Nintendo WizCo. So one of my longtime favorite game series is Mario Golf, and there hasn't been a new Mario Golf in a long while. I don't even remember if there was one for the Wii. And the little ones, like the ones on the mobile type devices, the Nintendo DS, that type stuff, I never really did those too much, but the ones on like the Nintendo 64 and GameCube, those were some of my favorite games, so it's exciting that another one is coming to the Switch. I do actually have a Nintendo Switch. I played Breath of the Wild on that as well. So I think we need to go east. Somebody's already there. Capo is there. And there's another big Moomac here. Or Moomac kill. Is there actually a difference between Moomac and Moomac kill? Or plural? That's kind of weird. There's a lot of weird pluralizations. I'm not sure if that's actually the word, but there's a lot of weird plurals in LOTRO, and I guess it's based on the Lord of the Rings. But Moomac, it sounds like the plural version of Moomac is somehow Moomac kill instead of like Moomax or something. So one thing with the Nintendo Switch, I don't think there's a way I can record anything on that, but I would actually be interested, if it were possible, I would be interested in recording Mario Golf on that. Also, Zelda Breath of the Wild, I played that in 2020 when I wasn't able to do videos. So that was a really fun game for a lot of reasons, and I'm kind of getting hectic with the combat here, so getting a bit distracted with that. But one of the things I really liked about the game is it was just open and you could do what you wanted. So I basically played as an explorer. Oh, there's so many bleeds, I can't even tell what I need or don't need to put on the enemy. It's already hard enough, I don't keep track of those that well. I have all that stuff way hidden and out of the way. I'm surprised I've stayed alive because a lot of the other ones I seem to die pretty easily, but I've avoided all the ground effects and he doesn't seem to do too much else. He does some frontal AoEs and stuff, I think. He's about halfway done, not quite halfway done, and I am back in the range stance, so let's try all these again. Okay, and then, whoa, no. Almost walked out of the circle, then almost walked back into it. Okay, all these bleeds again. I have seized the moment, that's when I can do a lot of these quickly, and I somehow only used Warcry there. It's actually useful for me when I talk about gameplay like this, and what I'm doing, it's actually useful for me to talk it out loud, because then I actually do it a little bit better. So when I'm actually really focused and paying attention to the gameplay, that is probably when you'll hear me actually saying what I am doing in detail. Oh, I'm almost out of power, but it does not matter. I somehow lived through that whole thing. I just feel like I die a lot on this character. I can. Barafant is the lucky one. Okay, I'm going to filter that item, but might as well check if anybody actually wants that before I destroy it. Wizco, you're wondering about reptiles. You changed your profile picture, it looks like, randomly. And Arendran, you are asking if this is Anor, and yes it is. Or, I think, I used to call it Anor maybe? Anor? Anor, that is what it, I think it's called. I used to always call it Anor. Yeah, High Elves are a pretty nice mark. I basically make all my new characters High Elves if I can. I think they look slightly better than regular elves. There's something weird about the regular elves. So this guy is a regular elf. When looking at them from far away, they, to me, look like goblins in the face. This one doesn't actually too much Barafant there, but particularly my old elves. Actually, Louisden, my 130 Warden on Arkenstone, is a regular elf, and I don't mind him too much, but my Runekeeper specifically just looks like a goblin with the update. So we're headed somewhere, and I'm not sure where. There's a little camp here. Eventually I will get to questing through all this on this Warden. It may be very slow, but I do want to get to it. I don't know if I'm going the right way. I have people following me, which probably isn't that good. If y'all are following me, I have no idea where I'm going. So we're supposed to be following Annie. I guess there's another roving threat or something. Is this a roving threat or warband? Okay, this, the lore master and I are catching up, it looks like. Looks like I need to defeat many goblins in Eastern Gondor. Whenever I get to actually doing Osgiliath, that should be plenty easy to get done. So Arendren, you said the animations for High Elves and Stout Axes seem way better than the old ones, and I can kind of agree with the High Elf. I didn't really think about that too much, but the High Elves do have some pretty nice animations. The Stout Axe Dwarves I can't comment too much on because I don't really play Dwarves. I haven't played either Stout Axe Dwarf or regular Dwarf. I don't actually even have the Stout Axe Dwarf. I considered buying it when it was like very cheap, but I just basically would never play it. I would get it just to try out. If it does go on a really good sale in the future, I might do that. That would have to be some crazy special event for me to actually play a dwarf though. Okay, so we got all the roving threats, and there's one more warband to the northeast. And this warband I am familiar with where it is, so people can actually follow me if they want this time, basically. I'm going to try a little bit of a weird route to get there. Weird route. Route and route. That's a little bit of a weird word. Usually I pronounce it differently depending on the context somehow. Yeah, the High Elves spinning javelin throw. That is a little bit neat. I think I'm familiar with what you mean, but I have to actually pay attention to that again. But the ninja roll, that is also nice. I think I might actually be getting that mixed up with something. I am trying to remember that. I feel like I'm getting it confused with something else though. I'm thinking the ninja roll is like when you jump and... Oh, they're actually all following me somehow. Here's all these guys. Except that's Eastern Gondor, they aren't gonna count for that. I don't even think they're Oathbreakers, they're just like Shades, Darkwater guys. Maybe they still count as Oathbreakers, I actually don't know. Too far away, I must be in the melee stance. Somebody complete a location deed with me, one of the Explorer deeds for me doing that at least. So Mark, you're wondering if I have played other MMOs, and yes I have, and that's how I got into LOTRO in the first place, just because it was an MMO, not because it was necessarily Lord of the Rings. Okay, so... Yeah, okay, Kenwick, that is what I was thinking it was, but for some reason I had like a gap in my memory right there. So, have I played other MMOs? So I played World of Warcraft, that is what started me on the MMO genre. And then I've also played Rift, I've played Guild Wars 2, and that's pretty much it. I might have tried a couple other MMOs like way back in the day, but I, again, am very much a person that likes to stick to a few games, and I just have a hard time just like randomly trying different games. I've even tried Dungeons and Dragons online. There's a oh, I think I know what you're talking about, the Twinkle Toes bow shot of High Elf Hunter. My Hunter does that a lot. It's a little bit weird. It's like where you get up on your tiptoes for a few shots. I think Barrage sometimes will do that, and Explosive Shot. For some reason I remember with those two skills specifically doing that sometimes. I don't know if it's every time with those two skills, but it's just those ones that I specifically remember. So Mark, it sounds like it's a good thing that Warden is your favorite class, because it's also my favorite class, so you do get to see it with this. These guys, they look like my kinship. Whenever we're going on about adventures and different things, we always look like that with our roaming around. definitely. Always that organized and that close together. I want to hit this thing with a bunch of AoEs, but we still have to wait for some people to get here. Here, I'll go ahead and put my debuffs on. Go ahead and get that ready at least. Okay, so I think everybody is here. They've all been here for a while, so now we can AoE everything. And switch to melee stance, and there isn't even that much to AoE, but I'll still use some AoEs. And once again I used Fierce Resolve, but he was dead, so this time it didn't matter at all. Okay, got a bunch of boxes to open, which is exciting. Don't want to open Hornburg armor, red box of spoils, doormat in a box. I will open that just to destroy it. I guess I could sell it for 2 silver, but... Oh, trying to click that. I don't know if y'all can hear me clicking, but it's like I couldn't quite drag my cursor up there. Oh, it probably looks like I acquired all these things. I was opening a bunch of things. Looks like I just acquired treats, doormat, jam tarts. There's a giant Moomac. I don't know if we're fighting this thing. I want to fight this thing. Oh man, I was actually going to maybe try to kill that, but I could have just ran away from that. I don't know if we're actually going to try to kill that Moomac or not. One day, I gotta try to solo one of those again. I think my Runekeeper... I don't know that I have soloed one. I think I was getting a little bit close. Back in the old day, I think I did solo one, or at least soloed something similar. I actually do think it was a Moomac, one of these Moomacs. In the old day when Osculate was new, I did that on my Warden, and I am in the melee stance, which I don't want to be in. Oh, I just need one more Moomac. Okay, are we going to Farmier's Lookout? I think Annie is going to port us, hopefully. Oh. I don't know, maybe I think I can just go to Faramir's Outlook. That would probably be best at this point. I thought the Hunter might be porting us somewhere, but that does not look to be the case. One thing about Eastern Gondor and Central Gondor, I think the environment is fitting for like a whole war and darker skies and all that, but it would be nice maybe... Well, it wouldn't really make too much sense if like after battle they just like suddenly brighten up, because you're still technically, as far as progression goes, before the battle. But I think it would just be really nice if these zones would sometimes be a little bit brighter. I guess that doesn't make too much sense for the story and lore that is going on here, but I think these zones could be just really nice, more in the style of Western Gondor that's all bright and blue. Except hasn't been too much today. So we're going to Bar Huron. I don't think I have anything to open my inventory. We actually got everything. I have legacy tier upgrades. Those will be nice for imbuement. They're basically free scrolls of empowerment. I don't know what I got them from. They would have given me just like legacy tier upgrades. So Wizco, you asked if I am bilingual, and I would say I am not. The only foreign language that I have taken is Spanish, and I don't really remember too much of it.
The Rangers will not surrender us, Gideon. Ithilien is crawling with foes.
So we have been going for almost 2 hours, and we have not done Central Gondor. That is what I need to do. I need to get on my Runekeeper for Central Gondor. So, yeah, Central Gondor, I cannot do on my Warden. We actually have to go to my Runekeeper, which will be a little bit of a different experience. We talked a bit about the Runekeeper, so that should be interesting. For this character, if we have a 10-minute break, is that enough time to imbue this LI? It might be. Or should I just wait to do both the Javelin at once? Fist Gambit buff duration. Is Fist Gambit buff duration, is that the one that turns into Fist Gambit damage? Yeah, that is what it is, and I do want Fist Gambit skill damage. There just aren't that many Javelin ones that are all that useful. Shield Gambit line healing, that's one I'd kinda want. Spear Shield Gambit damage, that is not all that useful, but it'd be a little bit of a help. Defiant Challenge damage return, that is good if I ever do any tanking or anything in the red line where I actually have Defiant Challenge. That would be decent. But yeah, it's really mainly, the main thing as far as damage goes that I'm like really interested in is the Fist Gambit skill damage. All the others are just like minor things that are slightly helpful. And the Shield Gambit line healing, that one's actually decent. Okay, so what does my Javelin currently have? Heal bonus for conviction. Heal bonus for conviction. That turns, okay, that's also heal bonus for conviction. And conviction, if I remember correctly, is this skill. Wow, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We had 5 Wardens going. That is crazy. We usually have like 2 at most with this kin. We just have a lot of people online. And one of the Wardens, Glor there, he usually plays other characters, I think. Yeah, specifically Canwick, I did mean that many Warden legacies that are useful. It's like there are a couple of very important ones, and it seems like others have some slight use to them, and then the rest are essentially useless. It's kind of nice though, I don't have to really worry about the more useless ones to get Scrolls of Empowerment for them. A little bit less grinding that at least feels as necessary on the Warden compared to the Runekeeper. I have to get 7 legacies. And Wizco, you are wondering my favorite mob. That is a really good question. So I will list off one of my favorite mobs, and that would be Thorog. I don't know that the fight's super interesting, but he's just a neat little dragon. Or neat giant dragon, rather. Louis the Pied Piper of Wardens. I actually have a cat named Piper, but that would be an interesting title. Wow, it looks like he knew. I just like randomly logged off and switched to my Runekeeper, and they already have an invite ready. This character, he has a messy inventory as well, and a messy mailbox from some things from my Warden, actually. But let me see. Hopefully I have some vault space. Will there be a summon available? So Matthew Wallace, both of those classes are pretty decent for pushing solo content. The Warden, I like recommending the Warden, but if you recently started with LOTRO, it can be a little bit of a tough class to get the hang of early on. But if you are very interested in the gambit system and all the stuff the Warden can do, I would definitely recommend it. As Canwick said, Hunter is also a good class. People recommend them they have a lot of good options for travel. But if you're looking to solo like group content, as in pushing solo content with soloing group instances, then the Warden or Guardian would overall be better options for that. And these are 3 1,000 points. I don't really care too much about 3,000 item XP, just to clear up that stack so I can get this. already interacting with an NPC. There we go. So I need to look at my vault, which unfortunately is basically full for this character. Is there anything I can take out that I don't want in here? Probably. Oh, that's probably for cosmetics if I had to guess. Actually, I don't know why I have that. It's the only piece of medium armor here. Bound to account. Yeah, that's for cosmetics. Oh, there's the Eastham now. I see all the other pieces in that set now. Yeah, Dragok Key is also one I like as well. I don't know, my vault is just so messy. I should just try dragging random things and hope they stack. That's pretty much my goal right now. Just to clear up my inventory a little bit at least. Map to Winterhome. I don't need all these maps. Yeah, I'll go ahead and actually sell all of those. Let's get this back. The Ajakora, I want to keep that. Reclaim shoes, I don't need those. Reclaimed gloves, don't want those as well. That I want. Ajakora, want to keep those. Starlight Crystal. I'll probably get these Starlight Crystals. That stuff I also have to get for my Warden. Get all that settled. I should do. You all see the damage my Warden is doing, I think. And it seems like a lot. At least for me, I feel like the Warden's kind of roughly similar damage compared to the Runekeeper. And that is before imbuement, so I'm pretty excited just to see how much damage I do after imbuement. A level 121 Vitality Essence, might as well keep that. That could actually come and take use in a long time on the server. So I still have 2 vault spaces left. Oh, I can also deconstruct all these relics. Relics take up a ton of inventory space. Deconstructing those is always a good thing. But let me see if I have any random tailor stuff. That is what I should be trying to put in there. Now I'm at 120 out of 120, so that was good progress. Alright. So I am happy with my inventory space after having it basically completely full. Not browse the shop, but I want to... relic combination. All of these. The runestone I probably should be keeping. All that stuff. I'm on the wrong chat tab there. So Jim Derringer, you said you enjoy YouTube streaming more than Twitch, fewer bells and whistles and intrusiveness. I agree, and that's actually one reason I stream on YouTube, because as a viewer, I also prefer YouTube streams. I know that's not maybe for most people, but yeah, that is the case for me. And then also as a streamer, I like the platform of YouTube better, and that's where, like, I make a lot of videos on YouTube as well, so that's where all the people that follow me and the such are. So I need to go pick up the quests, which I have no idea where those are, but I assume the people in the group are at one of those. Or some of the people in the group. And I think it would be this NPC. Oh yeah, so the Central Gondor Roving Threats are a little bit weird. This is actually a patrol quest. Guarding the crossing. Patrol... Unhairs. Oh, this is a daily. Where... I wonder if I have the quests already on this character somehow. Roving Threats. I do not see roving... Oh, I might. So there are 3 roving threats? For... Okay, for Dor and Ernil. Okay. Yeah, I already had those quests, so I got confused for a moment. So I wonder, this might be this character's first time actually doing these Central Gondor roving threats. I don't remember. So y'all are talking about all the emotes with Twitch, and I actually do have some emotes that you can spam. Oh, at least you can try to spam. Those might be, I don't know with YouTube if you can actually open emotes like that to non-members. I feel like I can only do that. I have to look into my channel membership options. I'm trying to probably upgrade that a little bit, but yeah, I don't know that everybody can actually use that though, unfortunately. I have no idea where I'm going as well. I think we're just waiting for people. This is my Runekeeper. So this character is basically on Old Anorian and doing all that, which will probably never-ish get done. But as far as like just general deeds that I might be interested on this character, I have to explore a little bit of Central Gondor. Actually, I still have Central Gondor's roaming enemies. Vanguard, that is probably warbands. Yeah, so I've done roving threats of Eastern Gondor and Western Gondor, I know though. Yeah, I think if you type I really don't know how that works with Twitch to be honest, but if you type like the name of the emote, I think in Twitch it would like convert it to the actual emote, but yeah, not on YouTube. Old Anorian is the perfect medicine for falling asleep, and I haven't gotten too much into it on my Runekeeper. It's been a little bit more interesting than I expected. I feel like West Rohan, that is the perfect medicine for falling asleep, for me at least. Like, that took so long for me to get through on this character. It's almost the opposite of Gondor. So when I did a little like playthrough series as I do with zones, like I am doing with my Warden on Gondor, when I did that with West Rohan on my Runekeeper, I went so slow, mostly because of the zone. And I just don't like the questing there too much overall, is how it sums up to. But I have no idea who I'm following and why I am following them. This is a nice little view from up here. And hello, Wisco. Okay. Yeah, I was just like randomly following somebody. And I don't think I actually needed to follow them. I do have Beast Slayer of Central Gondor, that deed to do. Runekeeper is fun. I don't know, I know I was just like pew-pewing it earlier in the stream, basically saying I'm not too much in the mood for it, but once I actually play Runekeeper, that was a nice 32k crit. It is fun. I think it's more of a redline Runekeeper I've been wanting to play. That was a nice stop sign from Herendrin there in the chat. But what was I? Oh yeah, with the Runekeeper, it's that I want to play redline, but I also just don't want to. It's a little bit boring to me, I feel like, so maybe I should try that and it'll randomly be fun to me right now. Let's see, 2 is healing. Oh, it looks like the healing somehow lost both of these. Casting... I wonder how that happened. Huh. Yeah, I don't know how this happened with the blue line. I only have 1 point available, but I should have both of these traits. They're both good to have. But anyway, here's my red line build. And oddly enough, with the red line, I feel like I'm often using lightning spells just because the lightning runestone is so strong. And I think you can even get vivid imagery with enough trait points, which that is also a very strong skill. And this outfit, I like it for the Runekeeper, but it's a little bit too... I don't even know, I feel like it's a cult-like outfit. If the yellow line is lightning, which kind of matches the color. I don't really know that lightning is yellow, but I feel like it'd be associated a little bit with just yellow in general. Oops, do I have what? Oh, no. I think I can go there. Sorry, I was just not paying attention. And then for the red line, that is fire, and of course fire I think is associated more with red. So it matches pretty nicely and thematically for the Runekeeper, I think. Oh, this is a... I know I open these maps a lot, but this one... I don't remember seeing that much, basically. I think that is Ringlow Vale, okay. I did all these quests on my Runekeeper. That was in December. Algorithm? Whisko, you keep repeatedly saying hi, but then you said algorithm, maybe for the YouTube algorithm. Help my channel a little bit. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. With the YouTube algorithm, that is a weird thing. There are some videos. Okay, make sure I'm not missing anything. There are some things with my videos recently, especially thinking the past few months since I came back in late 2020, that certain traffic sources on YouTube, so where people come to watch my videos from, so these are 2 roving threats from 2 different people. Okay. Oh, the guy way far away. Make this nice and confusing. Should we get all the daily quests? I guess it won't hurt. It's been so long since I've been to Central Gondor, even though it's only been out a couple months. And here we have my cat. I don't know you all can quite see her, but sometimes when I randomly get quiet on the mic during streams that you all couldn't see before, sometimes there was a cat going right in front of it. And hello, Kurt Hein. Oh, but with the YouTube algorithm, some videos... I don't know, I feel like there are some things a little bit different than they used to be. I think 2019 was just a great time for my channel. YouTube would randomly promote some of my videos onto the YouTube homepage where I'd get like a few thousand views a day on them, which is a ton of views. But then... compared to nowadays, it seems like my videos, when they get published, they get a lot more views, which is nice. But then in the long term, I haven't seen any just like randomly boost way up, unlike in 2019 where I had videos that would just like randomly go up and get a whole bunch of views from specifically browse features, which means it just shows up on people's YouTube homepage. But anyway, that's just an interesting thing as far as the YouTube algorithm. It's been a little bit funky, I guess, with my channel. It seems like lately. I think we have a couple people, or at least one person dropping out. It is getting late. Sometimes we only go like 2 hours with these. And Aaron, you said you were going to head to bed. It is about bedtime for me. It's 9 o'clock, which isn't even that late, but with my recent schedule, it's close to bedtime for me. And I am glad you caught some of the stream as well. I hope you enjoyed it, if you're still even here. Wait, what was... Oh yeah, this person, Snorblom here, they are in a different kinship. I think it's like a personal kinship for them, but they do have an alt. If y'all just like randomly saw somebody a different kin in our group, other than the Mithril League. I think everybody, if I turn floaty names on, which makes the screen quite cluttered. This is also another time I just need to reposition a little bit. At least y'all get to see where all these weird noises are coming from, I guess. I don't even know if there are weird noises, but I feel like there should be. You can probably tell I'm actually looking at the playback. I haven't bothered too much with the webcam actually even seeing that. And Wisco, you said we spam because we care. That is good that you care. Care enough to spam, but just my head position, that's just one concern with the face cam is I'm sitting, if I sit like way up like this, it's almost cutting the top of my head off, but that is better than falling down to the bottom, I guess. And even one thing with the webcam is I have this, I have no idea how this works. I have this plain off-white apartment wall. I don't know if y'all could hear me with that. I forget about the microphone being right here, but I have that plain wall basically behind me, and I thought about getting something for a green screen for that, but ultimately, based on my research, I couldn't quite find anything that would seem like it would work at least. So James G, you said you were supposed to be logging into LOTRO, but then you got the YouTube live notice. It is good to know people actually get notifications for these. I don't know how people always find these streams. I schedule them in advance as far as I can, usually. Usually I try to do it either the day of or maybe the day before. This one was a little bit early the day before, just to give some heads up, but yeah, I don't know if people like... See, I usually post that I'm doing it on Twitter or my Discord. Actually, my Discord has been a bit broken. It used to say when I'd be going live. I have like the upload and streams channel on the Discord, but it doesn't work for some reason anymore. Somehow, in updating my Discord server to be a lot better overall, the bot broke. But that's a whole different thing with that. Yeah, my nose is getting really itchy. I wonder if it is because of the warm weather. I really don't know. That would cause my nose to itch. Just randomly. And there, I partially choked on my water. Well, there are 9 roving threats total in central Gondor. That is a lot. So, I am curious, were we still waiting for people? Or am I missing something? Okay, okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing something. So it sounds like we are just waiting for some people still. That is why we're just sitting around here. So Wizco, you got notified. This is your last notification for the next 10 minutes. Are you talking about the YouTube chat or something? I don't know where we're actually going. I just saw people running towards this direction. I don't know the roving threats, if they actually say on the map where they are. It looks like I have all the daily quests that might or might not get done. I don't know if y'all can see my cat. The webcam probably doesn't go low enough, but maybe you can see the tail there. She's just laying right in front of my keyboard, right under the microphone. Actually in a relatively decent spot if a cat's going to lay on my desk. I am stuck in the flour bags. It's very dark. We played, I guess, a lot during daytime, so it finally turned to nighttime. This is a warband, I think, so I should probably wait to kill that for people. Oop, there we go. I am curious, should I be healing? Or we actually have, is Glor healing? Alright, yeah, that sounds good. Oh no, that's fine. I was just curious if we needed a healer. So the minstrel is in DPS, which is okay. And I actually did switch to the red line. I kind of forgot about that. I was expecting a lot of instant cast abilities there. See, I'm all like out of whack because I was playing Warden for so long. This character just has a lot of different things going on with him, I guess. He has his imbued allies already. They're set up for fire, not fire. No, I actually don't have my rune bag. This is just a temporary ally, imbued ally, just for a little bit of benefit until I get a actually good rune bag. But the rune stone, that one is already imbued, and it is set up for lightning / healing. So I don't have fire on that. I would get another imbued ally that would have fire. And I say I would get that, as in, if I actually bothered to put in the effort, I would get that, but that may not be too likely. I really have no idea where we're going. Usually, it is always follow Annie. She knows the way of where to go. And I would guess it is this giant spider scythe here. It's a little bit... I need to get a screenshot of something like this. I feel like a lot of my roving threats, which, by the way, thumbnails for streams like this, or this particular thumbnail for this video / stream, I was a little bit different style. If you all, I don't know how much people bother paying attention to the thumbnails, or if they like the different ones I make or not, but if anyone has any input on that, just because it's a little bit different, I actually had the Western Gondor map in the background and just put the Mumek, which we killed a lot of those earlier, so it was in the theme for Gondor Roving Threats. But basically just trying different things with that, if anybody has any input on that, or I really don't know if people actually pay attention to it. Ooh, somebody died here. We got a couple of captains casting their reses, and I cast one. Let's see who actually rezzed him, and it was like captains. I have no idea what this actually looks like, what my character is doing, since I'm just zoomed in so far. And I also don't know what everybody else is doing. It's kind of interesting just like zooming in like that on Capo there. Capo, the spinning vein death mop thing. But anyway, I just what all the other people were doing just in the background there. It's a little bit interesting. There is a treasure cache here. It is very convenient. Not mean to pull this thing. And I got off my mount, but then it stunned me or something anyway. Did something where I kind of attacked for a while. Okay, so we're going in, looks like maybe one big, what's that, counterclockwise circle. I really don't know where we're going because I have not done these. Here is actually this guy, Dukalan. I ran into this guy and I think the spider while questing here. It'll be interesting. I'm actually would consider trying to solo these type of things on my Warden. I don't know how possible or impossible it is. And I need to do some runekeeper things, which I was not doing. I'll probably wait for a res, especially as a runekeeper. I don't want to waste my free revive. I think there were bears attacking me and I just wasn't paying attention to my health too much. I forget I'm on a super squishy character now. Like, I have good healing, but I have to actually pay attention to use it. I really do like the Runekeeper Fire gameplay. It's got a smooth rotation overall, I would say, with Essay of Fire to Essence of Flame to Rid of Fire and Fiery Ridicule. All of that. That gives 9 attunement, so I think you still need one more after that. That's actually a little bit of the clunkiness, but overall I still like that flow and then using Smoldering Wrath. Don't know where we're going now, maybe towards the northeast? Actually to the south, to the southwest. A crossbow, a bunch of useless loot. I probably will switch to lightning, I think. Oh, I didn't actually mean to click that. I don't know, I know it's only like 9:13, so it's still pretty early, but I think this morning I woke up a little bit early, so I'm just a little bit getting tired, I think. Still good to go with this stream. I probably won't actually get to going back on my Warden after all these Central Gondor roving threats, so we still have quite a bit to do. The roving threats themselves probably won't take too long, but we just have a lot to do with them. We have, I think, 9 total is what I heard, and I don't know where we're going. Let's see. We gotta find where Annie is. That is the goal right now. There's Capo to the northeast. Symbol of the Elder King. That is not what I want. I want a blemish symbol of the Elder King, which I actually have on this character. At least right now I do. Just had to get my mail first. Say no other mail. Important. That means delete. Mainly because I've already read it. Probably need some sort of, yeah, I need Beast in Central Gondor. Do need that Slayer deed done. I feel like that was so long ago on the Warden we were focusing on that specifically in Western Gondor, as I knew I had to do those deeds and all that. It looks like we're getting the roving threat. So with the Runekeeper, the gameplay is obviously a lot different than the Warden. One thing I have to keep in mind, there's something almost a little bit annoying about them, is you don't use Epic Conclusion. At least it's optimal to not use Epic Conclusion on cooldown. I use it on cooldown there, but you have to wait for a specific buff, and without that buff it's not usually worth casting. So there's a few things just about the Yellow Line Runekeeper. If I personally had all the how do I want to say this? If I were the developer for the Runekeeper and had unlimited influence on it and could just do anything I want to the Runekeeper, I would change a little bit of the structure with building and consuming attunement. First of all, Epic Conclusion would always be useful on cooldown. And yeah, that's the main thing. I'd have to actually think about if I had, like, if I just developed the Runekeeper basically. In Wizco, I don't think I read your message yet, but you said you're back, but you gotta go to bed, so goodbye. And thank you for joining the stream and all you did for all that algorithm help there earlier. While they're getting those wolves, I will get this bear. See, instead of helping with the wolves by getting the bear, I get to get an additional beast slayed. Slayed? Slain? I don't think slayed is a word. Slayed. No, slayed is a word. I'm not sure which word would be correct in that case. Probably slayed. But I am really not too sure. Maybe it's just too late to think about. So we are following Annie the Hunter. Oops, somebody left the raid. Oh, I think I am missing. I think I'm in the wrong chat. I need to go to KFR there for Kin Fellowship and raid. Wow. So yeah, I've been missing all this raid chat. Of course, you all can't see it because it's Kin chat and people talk about different things basically. So all that's not broadcast on YouTube, but I was missing at least the raid chat a little bit there. We had some people dropping out and basically that's what I missed. Oh, my guess was we were doing turn-ins, but do we get the next Roving Threats next? So I think it's a little bit more efficient, it sounds like. I was just following the hunter, but imagine if we go south, we could get the Roving Threats in central Gondor. And Tanish, you asked if I am using a voice changer, and I am not. And that's basically all input I have on that. This is my actual voice, I think. Yeah, that sounds like my voice playing it back, so... So I think all the... Oh, they said all the war bands are on the west side, but we might be doing both the war bands and Roving Threats. This character has done neither of those, apparently. Here's the... This one looks like an annoying war band. At least they're not mounted. That is one thing annoying about Central Gondor compared to Western Gondor. There's a lot more, randomly a lot more mounted enemies. And it looks like everybody's here. So we can do focus on damage. Use my good big skills there, and then this is the point. Ooh, actually I want to use that, but this is the point where I basically end up just sitting here waiting to get the proper buff to use Epic Conclusion. And I do have that. Oh, he has a shield. He only took 5.8k damage from that Epic Conclusion. Probably should have just waited for his shield to go. Now he's like dying basically instantly. Oh, don't have enough room. Yeah, I know I put a bunch of stuff in my inventory from my mailbox. I thought it'd be useful to go ahead and do. Let me see if I can put the stuff. I was able to put a good bit of stuff in there. But now I got enough room basically to finish the quest. That was the important thing. So another warband, we are heading south it looks like. This is an interesting zone. It's a little bit Lonelands-ish. It's not really got too much of a savanna type feel that I feel like Lonelands has, but it's a little bit similar. I think without the whole Shadow of War, whatever it's called, I forget the actual technical name, there's something that it's called. But I thought it has to do something with Shadow and War where the sky's all reddened and darkened. But I think without that, this area could be really neat and actually more beautiful looking. But it just makes it look so orangish, I think, as well. Ooh, I got a nice 44k crit almost there. Oh, somebody actually pulled this. It wasn't even me. He was targeting somebody else before I hit him. Alright, let's see. Beast Slayer of Central Gondor. That is what I am working on. Yeah, probably won't even work on my inventory right now. Ooh, I do actually want to loot that. Make sure that does not get destroyed because that's a lot of reputation. And it looks like it is blocked by a quest. Must complete Introduction Central Gondor. I have done all these Central Gondor quests, I guess, except Introduction Central Gondor. So, the reputation items are blocked by the Introduction Central Gondor quest. And apparently I have not done that even though I've done all the quests and have the, like, Roving Threats unlocked. Yeah, I wonder... I probably have that quest in my quest log then. I need... Yep, I do have that. In Dol Amroth, okay. That's weird. But yeah, usually... Looks like we're headed straight west, okay. But... Actually, usually filter those introduction quests, so it's good to know that these ones, I know they give a little bit of reward even for this area, but I need them for the rep items. Probably shouldn't quite pull this guy. This is, I think this is a warband. I don't think I ever saw this warband when I was questing here. And hello, Sam of Fire and Vulgar TG, you said you gotta run, but thanks for... Oops. Sorry, I ran too far. But... Yeah, Vulgar, you said you have to go, so thank you for joining this stream. I'm glad you were able to catch it. The next stream, that is something good to think about. The next one would maybe be Wednesday? Not entirely sure, to be honest. Tomorrow I will have a video. Tuesday's a possibility. I have to see what's going on Wednesday. That would probably be my target for the next stream. And then there might be the beta for Update 29 Wildwood Round 2 coming soon, so I might try to stream that as well at some point. Oh, I don't have enough room to do that. Yeah, I can't open anything. I should. Let's see, I wonder the best way to manage this character's inventory. Okay, first we can destroy that scroll case. I need to open these. Okay, I can sell a bunch of different items. That is what I need to do. That's a problem. I think when it gets so late, I just forget about things like that, actually being able to sell items. And this should free up a lot of space. I've sold a lot of things here. Now I can get caught up with the group and turn in this warband quest and open all these boxes, and yeah, that's a very clean inventory. And Din Jaren, you said that was a blast and you are glad you joined us. for a while, and yeah, I'm glad you joined as well. It's nice having all these wardens. And for people that don't know, in there in the chat is Diadem, who was one of the wardens from earlier. One of the 5 wardens. That was a ton of wardens. I really don't know where we're going besides in circles, it seems like. I'm probably going to get dismounted soon. I just saw him actually at 200 health, try to heal myself a little bit here. There's one nice thing about the Runekeeper compared to, say, the Warden is I do have heals I can use. See, yeah, I don't know where we're going. It sounds like somebody who is leading, their microphone stopped working for Discord, so we don't know where we're going. Which means I'm going to head somewhere random to kill some mobs. Spiders and insects don't need him. This is a little bit interesting that I feel like I don't spend too much time at actual beaches in LOTRO. There's a little bit beachy areas in Evendom. This is a little bit different. The water seems kind of odd. They cut here just with the graphics. It could be my graphics settings or the time of day. Here we go. It actually looks okay from here. I think it's maybe the reflections from this angle. But yes, this is the ideal outfit for going to the beach. Actually, this outfit, I like it, but I feel like the Runekeeper outfits are just annoying me for some reason. As I mentioned, this is a little bit too cultish, and the hood, I could just take that off. But that almost defeats the whole purpose of the outfit to me. This one I like, but I used it for so long, and I don't feel like it's a good Gondor outfit for some reason. For me, it's more of a Rohan or a Dale outfit. We were doing a lot of the Road to Erebor stuff for a bit, and I thought the outfit was pretty thematic for that as well. And then my other outfit, I don't think I can handle that. I used that so long on this character and I just needed something new. So anyway, that's what's going on with my Runekeeper outfits, basically. Somebody just like totally blew into their mic. Hey. I still don't know. We haven't gone... Oh, here's the Roving Threat. He just like blends in. He really blends in with the Corsairs. I think we are waiting. Somebody is stuck way back there. Well, while they're doing that, while we're waiting for the minstrel, might as well kill a few turtles. Hello, Angelo Barros. So So you're from Brazil, it sounds like, so hello to Brazil. New friends? Some of them are staying. I thought they would all just like see me and then run away. Got too far from where they were pulled from. I wonder, I actually do need the Corsair Slayer deed, it looks like. That would be a super easy one to get done if I actually put in the effort though. Okay, so trying some Yellow Line Runekeeper stuff. Epic conclusion there. 33,633. I don't know, I always try to get big crits with Yellow Line Runekeeper. I got 40 something thousand earlier. Need to try to get a 50,000. And Angelo, you are working. I wonder if it's. I really have no idea with Brazil, but it could be on hello. I don't know if y'all say the G's like in H. But as far as your question goes, you have to, if this game is good, and I think it is good. LOTRO is a fun game for me to play, and it's kind of course I think it's good because I play it. It might not be the best for everybody. It is an older MMORPG, which I know can sway a lot of people away from it, but it's also a draw for me because it has the classic MMORPG like gameplay style that I like. I have no idea where we're going, as usual. Oh, I actually did get that interval deleted. Defeated, rather. Which I guess would be deleted. Yeah. I feel like people are somewhat following me and also going in circles. Okay, I feel like I'm going in circles right now. I don't usually go into the yellow discipline for Runekeeper, or basically any class it seems like, not that I do mount combat on. I've basically done mount combat on Guardian, Runekeeper, and Warden. And by far the best experience is Guardian. And Angelo, you are wondering if it is pay to win, and there are a lot of pay to skip things to be honest in LOTRO, but there's not too much pay to win. But yeah, a lot of pay to skip. So like skipping grind mainly for not necessarily end game gear and stuff like that to just become better than other people or PvMP, but you can skip grinds to make your character end game ready. Basically is the big thing as far as like pay to win like. I also feel like, at least in my experience with a free-to-play MMORPG, it's kind of hard for it to be pay-to-win, just because win is so subjective in these type of games. At least that's my experience with them. Because for me, like, LOTRO is more of a game about journeying and adventuring, even with group content like this. Being kind of poorly built and paying for anything to boost my character would have basically no effect on what we're actually doing. So there would be no pay to win in this situation, and for the type of stuff I do. But for more indie game raiding type stuff, you can pay to skip grinds. I actually don't think that skill I just used, number 4, I think it's only good to use if you use number 2 first, fixation. And then if you have fixation, it does actually a relatively strong damage over time ability. In Valheim, I have honestly never heard of that game, actually. See, I don't know once again where we're going. So we didn't really end up doing anything there. I wonder if that was like a possible location for a roving threat, or there actually was a roving threat there, but I have a quest to turn in here. Like, just totally ignoring what we actually had to do there.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
Apparently I got bounty half trolls done at some point today. So I am curious, are we like looking for a roving threat? Or, okay. Because yeah, I have no idea where they are in this zone. I feel like we're just going in circles and going nowhere, to be honest, but... So it sounds like Valheim is a good game. I will look into that. I am kind of a person that gets stuck on one game, so it's a little bit hard to make me try a new game. But that is one I might look into. Actually, while we're on auto run here, I will actually just look at Valheim real quick. Actually put it up. It is a survival game, it looks like. Exploration and survival game. I feel like those are types of games I would actually like, but I have never played a proper, I guess you call it, survival game. One thing on that particular topic is some MMORPGs are a little bit survival-like. As in the old World of Warcraft, the vanilla, which I guess would be like WoW Classic, but WoW Classic, even though it's the same game as vanilla WoW, there are a lot of different things about it compared to the old version of WoW, but that kind of that MMORPG, specifically in that genre, is a little bit survival-ish, it felt like. But I think it would be way different than survival games. I don't know if any of that makes any sense that I'm going on about, but it just had some survival elements to it, it seemed like, at least as I would call it, without actually having played a survival game, basically, in short. But anyway, you said you have to go, so thank you for stopping by the stream briefly, and I hope you can keep safe as well. I think we found a roving threat. There is a giant dragon. His name is Ripper. That seems like a fitting name for a dragon if he's more physical and like ripping you apart with his claws and teeth. That's what I hope his combat style is like, just based on his name. He's probably more of a generic Drake, but I don't know. We'll see if he actually gets that induction off what he does. No, that is not what I expected from a Drake named Ripper. Not that a Ripper couldn't do that. Oh, I got a nice 40k crit there. Or not 40k, but almost 40k crit rather. Just from whatever skill it was, I don't even remember. This guy has a lot of health, but he's overall not doing too much. He has the inductions and does like melee ranged AoE, it looks like. And Jonathan, you are heading out as well, so thank you for stopping by the stream. I know it's getting a little bit late. Some of my streams go this late, but on a Sunday evening, probably a little bit late, it sounds like, for a lot of people. Also, I'm on Central Time, and I don't know that necessarily a ton of people are on Eastern Time, but that seems like a popular time zone. But yeah, thank you for stopping by the stream, and hope you have a good night as well. So we are going to Dol Amroth next. And we have one final zone. I think it would be Lower Lebanon. So I have a really random question for, it was kind of specifically for Jimmy, but anybody that knows. Do you all know the zone Forestial? Do you know how you're supposed to pronounce it? Forestial? That's what I thought. I heard Jimmy pronounce it as, and somebody told me it was like a ch noise. And okay. So it sounds like Forestial is actually Forkel. And that's what I've heard. Some people like Forkel or Forkel. And somebody made a comment that made it sound like it was a cha, like for a chell. But yeah, it sounds like Forkel. I will try to start calling the zone by its more proper pronunciation basically in the future. And Buckalonius rather, it is 9:41 p.m. where I am. I don't know where we're going. Oh. Ethring, okay, that is where we're going. Have to find Ethring, there we go. That was a nice little screenshot loading screen picture. And a little bit of a darker green, a little bit more color to it than you actually see in the game, it seems like.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
So James G, it actually sounds like it is like Forokel. It sounds like a lot of CHs are pronounced like K, almost like a KN. Lord of the Rings, I guess.
What has become of our lords in the east, I wonder?
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
Yep, I have. I didn't realize this was my first time actually doing Central Gondor, even though I've had it unlocked for so long on this character. Okay, so Buckalonius, it is... sounds like the same time for you in Central Time. I stream at a good time in the evening. Yeah, that's usually... I just stream in the evening when I'm home from work or school, even though I don't usually have to go in nowadays, lately, but... yeah, the evening time is good time for me to just relax and game and do a stream, rather than watch a stream. Yeah, I really never bothered paying too much attention to the pronunciation of things, but as a streamer and content creator, I'll try to say things as they're actually supposed to be pronounced. I know it would probably bother some people if they hear me saying something wrong all the time. Like Forestial, actually, as Forokel, or Forokel. I don't know Forokel or Forokel. I've heard both of those now from different people in the Discord. And hello, Dan's Adventures as well. And Andrew, thank you for joining this stream and all that. We are... picking... okay, we need to go... Ostengelbed. Oh, I think that skill somehow missed both of those orcs. Okay, there we go. So I need to get a stable master to Ostengelbed.
How may I help you, friend?
Yeah, I was dealing with these orcs and then everybody left. Hello, Adam Nelson. You said you saw my video on the Blue Line Lore Master, and you tried it and you were hooked. The Lore Master in general as a class is pretty fun. It's pretty unique. And the Blue Line's pretty fun. I do have to admit, I probably mentioned that in the video. That video is actually so old. That was a fun video in time for me with the lore master, because I made a new lore master on this server, the North server, and kind of abandoned that character since then a little bit. Yeah, gotta get more roving threats. The Terror of Harad.
Now darkened skies.
And then we still have the Lin here turn-ins. Right? Okay.
Corsairs, strange armies.
So we get a lot of these roving threats. I get 9 of them, I guess 3 split between 3 of the central Gondor zones. But yeah, there's something I was about to go on about. I really don't remember what, but you reminded me of something with the Blue Line Lore Master. Anyway, with that video, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was useful. I'm assuming you are referring to the Blue Line Lore Master guide I did. Alright, so I think Capo the Warden is where we need to be. Actually, I have a little bit similar steeds. Mine is actually larger than his. I wonder if I'm on a medium. Oh, I'm on a light. Could just be the ground maybe is a little bit taller. I don't know, my steed actually does look a little bit bigger. Maybe it's because I'm an elf and he's race of man. So the Blue Line Hunter, that was stressing you out with the gameplay. Yeah, it's a little bit high speed, I guess. There's a lot going on, especially with the kiting there with Blue Line Lore Master. I could see it being stressing. Probably wouldn't recommend too much the Yellow Line Warden to start. As fun as it is, as if the Blue Line Hunter is stressful, that could probably be even way more stressful. And hello, Bryant Weatherton. And that name Bryant, that sounds familiar from something. I don't know, perhaps Twitter? Maybe? I'm actually not entirely sure, but I feel like I recognize your name from somewhere. It could even be on YouTube comments, to be honest. But you said for a good rule of thumb for pronunciations, listen to how Gandalf pronounces the names during various cutscenes. The problem there is, for example, in a stream like I am doing now, I actually cannot hear the in-game audio. Probably going to work on getting, I actually forgot about this, but actually getting a speaker for my computers so I don't have to like play it through the headphones. Or getting an audio cable splitter. I'd have to actually look into that, see if it works. But yeah, I know LOTRO does take a lot of care to get things right lore-wise. I have heard they have like a person at Standing Stone Games that works solely on making sure the game is lore appropriate, which is pretty neat. And that does include the way names of places sound when spoken, and that is good to know. Oh, so we're going to Lynn here. I got ready right here, just have to go back.
How may I help you, friend?
And Capo totally had me in the wrong position. I was ready to go out to an adventure from here. Trying to think. Oh, I really don't know. There's something I thought I was going to go on about at some point, but I really don't remember. So we're turning in the quest at Lynn here, and then I think we're probably going to go to the lower Lebanon side and start from here. If I had to guess, that's why we're doing this. So first I have to find where the NPC to turn in these quests are, and I think he is right over here. Or maybe there are 2 of them. There should be 3 Roving Threats quests.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
Finish. Okay, got all of those done. Getting a lot of reputation. I know the Central Gondor is a pretty big reputation grind. But at least I am getting a lot of reputation. It's a little bit helpful, I guess, for this character, even though I'm still acquaintance. I also have a quest to turn in here. Oh, that was a bounty for the Haradrim. That's kind of neat that I can just, while we're doing these Roving Threats and Warbands even, actually do get some progress on the daily quest. Just a little bit of extra something, I guess, while we're doing our stuff. Oh, we're going out the east, which would be the southeast. I'd actually almost call this the south side of Lynn here. It's facing directly south right now. And then it will be to the east after it, so it's a little bit awkward, I guess, with that. Now we are in Lower Lebanon. Alright, this time, I hope Capo is right. I want to look at this character's deeds. So Adam Nelson, that exact question came up earlier in the stream, Lowlands versus North Downs. And the result, after a lot of thinking, is I would probably personally choose North Downs. And that is mainly because I have not done it too recently, and there are a lot of things I like about North Downs. Now, Lowlands is a really good zone, I think, though. There's a lot of good stuff about it. I almost feel like it's an underrated zone because it's just like, I feel like it's a good zone the whole way through, but there's nothing too spectacular about it that makes it stand out from the others. So it's almost, I feel like, underrated just in general by people because of that. So I don't want to say like Lowlands is bad, and that's just like my current thoughts because I haven't done North Downs, I think, too recently. And I like a lot of the group content stuff in North Downs. And having said that, there is some of that in Lowlands towards the end. But if I actually look, that would help me, looking at the map. Nan, Wathron, and Dolden, both of those are pretty fun to try to go through solo, especially with how strong classes can be at low levels now. Even Fields of Fornost and Fornost, which I'm actually guessing Fornost is supposed to be pronounced as Fornost. I don't know that that's the case, but there's somebody, the person that said Ferocal instead of Foreshell. Am I going the wrong way? Well, I'm not going, so that would be the wrong way. Oh. Wait, the one in Western Gondor? No, that one's not mounted. I always think that one's mounted. Yeah, that's, this zone was the most annoying just because of all the mounted enemies that returned. I have one Haradrim rider chasing me. It's kind of funny because in LOTRO you swim so slow, he's just like super slowly chasing me. And for a random tip that anybody doesn't know, if you jump like this while swimming, you can swim faster in LOTRO. And any movement speed buffs you have also do affect you while swimming. I don't think I've ever, in all the questing, I don't think I had to go out to these islands. This is pretty neat, actually. Almost reminds me of Stranglethorn Vale from World of Warcraft, which there's not too much in LOTRO that actually reminds me of that. That's more jungle. There's a lot of forest in LOTRO, but I actually don't know if there's any like proper jungle-like area. And this isn't really jungle-like here, but it's got a little bit of the island-type features you see there. Alright, this seems like a good place to take my war steed. Oh, there's actually the Roving Threat is right here. I did not know he would be right here. Oh yeah, taking your level 20 hunter through Angmar probably wouldn't be the best idea. At least the best idea to try to get through it safely. I actually would be interesting to see how far you could travel through Angmar before getting defeated. Let's see. Last time I opened the map, everybody disappeared by the time I closed it, but probably a few areas you might be able to get to Augair. But after that, I know there's the Wall of Death over here. But if you could even get to that Wall of Death. Looks like I have my buff, so I can use Epic Conclusion. I should try to line that up. I don't know. We don't really coordinate too much with cooldowns. We sometimes do if we're doing more challenging content, but the roving threats are overall so easy. But lining up cooldowns from like the Captain, the Guardian, and all the such. Line all those up, and I should be actually standing in the Captain banner. It gives a pretty nice buff. In fact, it gives plus 20% damage, so it's actually a pretty huge buff just for standing actually in this area. Oh, somehow I wasn't close enough on vivid imagery again. So his name, for anybody wondering what was going on there, his name is Abracor, so somebody in the Discord said abracadabra, we made him disappear. I think it was supposed to be a play on his name, Abracor, and he did actually look like his body disappeared. So for jungles, there's a marsh area in the Beacons map. I will have to look at that. I know there are a lot of marshy areas, but Beacon, I assume Beacon Hills, Mouths of Intwash, is that the area you mean maybe? I don't know, Furion Wood. But I'd have to actually go there again and look at that. If there's a proper jungly area in LOTRO, that'd be very neat. That's I think one reason a lot of people are interested in going south after they do all the stuff in the north, going to like Harad and Khand, because that's like a desert area, so it's just something different that hasn't been in the game before. I personally feel like Forward Waith would be interesting. We can't really see too much what's north of there, but I assume it's all like snowy and frozen. Okay, I will check out that area again. I've probably been there. So during the level 105 era, I think when that region was added, I did not like the questing in LOTRO, so I just didn't even bother with any of the questing there. I know a lot of it's useful, and a lot of people, of course, like questing in LOTRO, but that was not a good questing time for me. It was a good instance time for me in running group content, though. At least I got to this warband in time, and it looks like everybody's here. Don't want to accidentally kill them too fast. Yeah, Glor, you were actually looking like an enemy rider. I don't know, something about your movements made me think you were one of these Haradrim guys. Oh, I was going to say I got an interesting necklace, but this is actually the Min of Lebanon, the teal item that I have not gotten one of those on this character before. I wonder the difference between Harandor. Yeah, Harandor. That's almost like Harad / Gondor mixed. I wonder if that's purposeful, if that's what it's supposed to be. That's where that name comes from or not, but Harandor and Harad. I just saw there's a little bit of difference there, but at first I was like, oh yeah, Rondor and Gondor. It's really hard to look at the map, but even with Mordor, I feel like this area, just based on the colors and all that stuff on the map, I feel like there could be a lot of interesting stuff around the Sea of Nirnan, which I guess this whole area would be called Nirn, and even Lithlad. These two areas would, I personally think, would actually be an exciting part of Mordor to see. They don't look like they'd be super dark or anything as far as environment. A little bit. Oh man, they actually did kill me. I thought I would be able to look at the map a little bit. I might have to request a summon. Could I get a summon when you all get to the next location? Is there any chance for a summon? Okay. I don't think they have pulled the warband yet. I saw they were getting really close on the map, so just wanted to double check with that. But looking at the map, this is what got me kind of killed in the first place. The Brune area, I think Iron Hills is a pretty neat zone. It's a little bit different also. Just thinking of kind of unique areas, I guess Iron Hills is definitely a unique area. Being a very orangish and I guess full of iron type zone. So even going in this Rune area, this little lake, I feel like that'd be a pretty ginormous lake. It'd probably be, I guess it would technically be like a lake, but it'd be a lot bigger than, say, Lake Evandem, which is already a giant lake. But I really don't know, like, Lord of the Rings lore-wise, what's the deal with, like, all these places, Harad, Khand, and Rune. So that's why I'd be so interested in them a little bit. Also Forodwaith, as I mentioned earlier, for a little bit, maybe snowier. Kind of Foreshall-like and Misty Mountains-like is what I assume that would be like, based on what we can see just from this map. Yep, I got it. Oh, I didn't know you were as well. Yeah, all these little riders, they are dangerous for me. So I think everybody is here now and ready to go, it seems like. I almost feel like I should switch to the healing spec just because I know these mobs are super annoying, and I say that as they shoot me for a lot of damage. And again, I can heal as the Runekeeper. This is what I was talking about earlier. I'm squishy, but I can heal. It's just I have to actually take all that time to switch to healing and be ready for it. Especially with the Runekeeper, a lot of the healing is heal over time. But even as the Yell line, we went through some of the tier 2 3-man instances and stuff where I was playing Yell line as DPS and actually doing a lot of off healing with it. Do not have enough room. Okay, that means I need to sell stuff real quick so I can keep my inventory clean, but I cannot because we are in combat with one of these mounted guys. Yeah, I was going to say we do have a couple OB groups going. So somebody left our kinship, but it was like a low-level character that wanted more people to be like in a low-level kinship. There's not that. Anor is a relatively low population server. We are decently sized kin, I think, especially for the server. We almost have 10% of the non-anonymous people online. Oh no. This just looks like a mess. That is all I can say about this warband. Wow. Well, I am running around using my heals. because I honestly don't know what else to do. I was not ready for a mounted warband. This isn't a roving threat, is it? Okay. Okay, I think we're good to get off the mount. I can do a lot more off the war steed, it's just it can be a little bit safer. Build that hunter there and just pick them off one by one. That is what I got to do. Hopefully the tank has a lot of aggro. So, Bacalonius, you said you were on Brandywine, and there are a lot of people running low-level content there. That is actually good to know. I see sometimes a few people wondering specifically for low-level content on like a server like Arkenstone. Arkenstone's a pretty populated server, but I think it's weighted a lot towards higher level stuff compared to some other servers. And perhaps Brandywine is one of those. I don't hear too much about Brandywine lately. It's a little bit odd. It used to be, I even think, the most populated server when they first did the merges. But I just don't hear too much about it anymore. It's a little bit weird. And it was also, for the longest while, like, popularly called the unofficial, I guess, Russian server. I don't know if that's still the case. It's kind of like Arkenstone being unofficially an Oceanic server as well. Unofficially, as in that's where a lot of people in those communities tend to gravitate towards, by the way. Oh no, I accidentally ran right into him. I was paying attention to the loot and I was like, uh-oh, that's a roving threat. That's kind of funny how that worked yet. So, Bach... Oh no, but it's burning me with fire and making me unable to do anything. Oh, Annie there. There's a ton of debuffs. Alright, get these Hinderval. That is something I can actually do. I can zap things as a runekeeper. Let me see what that debuff does on the hunter. Minus attack speed. Okay, that is definitely a bad one. And I'm about to die. 18k damage. I'm actually going to use my revive. I feel like this is a good time to use it. So Adam, you are on Landerval, but you are looking for a kin to join. I unfortunately don't have recommendations for Landerval. I used to know some people that played on Landerval, but not really anymore. Wow, he just one-shots me. Yeah, I've been saying Bach sometimes, but I don't know. Sometimes I just read names and just end up going with the full name, but yeah, I will definitely just try to call you Bach in the future. I'll actually probably just wait here. Looks like he is dressing the captain first. Oh yeah, forget the minstrel. I don't really play minstrel enough to know their reses and how it reses multiple people at once. So I will go around the camp and res Capo here. And somebody else is here. I see them on the mini-map, but I don't actually see their body. There he is. I think that would be everybody that's up. Which means it is time to fight a random enemy for deed progress. So we are in, actually don't even know, we're in Central Gondor. Okay, as far as deeds, yeah, actually, ooh, I just need 3 more beasts. Is this the last roving threat, curiously? Okay. It's hard to tell after all these different warbands and things and everything we've done today. Okay, going to interrupt him. I have a couple debuffs. I wonder that with the fire, is it distributed maybe? Looks like one of those things from like Dol Guldur. And I have aggro somehow. I have aggro because the tank is dead. That is not good. Hopefully he does not use his one shot. That would be pretty bad. Okay, Jimmy is back up and has aggro. I don't think that can stun him. I don't know why I tried to use that. It actually would have been good for damage. I just wasn't paying attention to whatever like sort of buffs I had. Looks like he is doing, he did a strong attack there. Oh, I tried to bubble myself, but once he did the 18k, I couldn't quite survive that one there. Maybe they can get him. It's pretty close here. I don't know, switching to healer might help a little bit, but then we'd lose out a decent amount of damage. I wonder, I don't know where the retreat is. Is the... Oops. Is retreating all the way near Lynn here? Okay. Oh, that's not too far. And yeah, we probably could have already been back. So Bach, you were headed out for the night as well, and you said thanks for a chill stream and have a good night. So I hope you have a good night, and thank you for joining this stream. I think you have been here pretty much the whole time, if I remember correctly. Honestly, that was so long ago. That was over almost 3.5 hours ago that we started this, so I can't even remember that. But anyway, thank you for joining this stream. Alright, so I am headed in the right direction now. I actually could stay on my war steed, or somebody in the group could stay on their war steed and just occasionally hit the mob and kite him around forever and use their war steed skills. Like for me, I could just use my heals, keep up a little bit and even heal some of my allies. It'd be a little bit useful. If we had to go about this once more, it might actually be something to consider. Oh, apparently he might reflect, so maybe when I take like 18k damage, he does some sort of reflect. So I actually do wonder if I maybe... He reflected 36, 357. He did like a big 18k hit to me though. Let's see, 1.4... Oh no, that was me. 1603, no, that's all war steed. Okay, let's get out of the combat. I have no idea where anybody even went. Need to res this guy. It looks like the captain got him res, so we do have one more roving threat. I feel like I am sinking way in my chair. I need to scoot up again. There we go. Okay, so, yeah, I have no idea where this warband is either. This is a red dragon. His name is Rinder. The other one was Ripper. This one looks... This one looks scarier, though. I don't know where all these Henderville came from, but... There we go. He's got a really nice red look to him, though, the dragon. Or the drake. Somebody got the interrupt, and I need to use Epic Conclusion when I get my attunement up. Okay, I did need to go in melee range. Also, we have the captain buff in the melee range. Usually it's scary being in melee just because of area of effect attacks, but you get a lot of useful things. The L-Line Runekeeper, you have a couple melee range abilities that are really strong and useful to use, and then yeah, the captain buff is also useful. This guy, it looks like he has a frontal AoE instead of flying up and doing a huge AoE, unlike the other one. He's absorbing some of my damage that I'm doing. Wonder what it is, if he just has a chance to absorb damage, or what is going on with that. Or if he adds ads. I don't see any ads. Seems like all my big hits are hitting though when I use those spells, so that is good. And we got him done. Wow, so we got all the roving threats. That was a ton of roving threats today. I did not know there would be that many, and I thought I already did Central Gondor. I guess I never did. Also did not realize there were that many in the zone in particular. So the quest turn-ins are west of here, it sounds like. So I think I will return to Minas Tirith and maybe be able to travel there. Oh, it looks like everybody is just running there, but I will try this.
Gondor needs your aid.
Ostanglebed? Okay. So I wanted to investigate. I went to Minas Tirith, and that does have a swift travel option for future reference. Yeah, I think Minas Tirith has all these different cities for swift travel. Looks like it took the same amount of time though. Definitely not.
This darkness is a
At least I tried to not make it my central hub. They're talking about Minas Tirith for us since we have Gondor and Old and Orient.
Now darken the skies.
About it being like the new Bree, just because it's the central area pretty much for all the quests here. There's a lot of end game activities, dailies and weeklies and landscape stuff there. And it has a lot of the barter people and things like that, but oh, and also a lot of the swift travel options. That's the big thing there that I just discovered and kind of remembered from earlier. That's why I went there to double check. But as far as comparing it to South Bree, it's very inconvenient if you're actually looking for all these different amenities, as in town services, which you can even get if you're VIP from the subscriber town services. But I definitely prefer South Bree, or just Bree in general, not necessarily South Bree, for all the actual town services. Alright, so this inventory looks pretty clean. We'll call that. Even lock that. Probably. Oh, physical master, I can save that for the warden. Alright. This character's inventory is pretty clean, and I am unfortunately very tired. I thought about doing the warden. I thought I'd have more questing to do on my warden. Technically, we did at least one quest that was not related to the roving threats or warbands at all on the warden, so That's how I'm counting it a part of a Warden's Gondor. And we did a lot of the LI stuff, so made some good progress, I think, overall. Just with the Gondor and all that, and on the Warden, I think. Thinking towards the future, I very fortunately already have my video for tomorrow uploaded, and I have the thumbnail done and everything done for that, so I will have a video tomorrow afternoon. That will probably be 12 p.m. Eastern time. That's usually when I try to upload my videos. And I'm just logging out my Runekeeper so we can switch back to the Warden as I do some outros and all that sort of good stuff. We gotta wait for the LOTRO client to start responding again. So I am thinking kind of towards the future after Monday, just because I know I have a video. I think I mentioned earlier on the stream, I don't really know my plan for this week. Probably this week and next week I'll be a little bit more busy, so activity as far as videos go will probably cool down a little bit, and I'll try to save most of my free time for when the round 2 beta for update 29 Wildwood comes out, which should be interesting. I'm also trying to work on a video about Wildwood that's basically the opposite of me being excited for it. That's not to say I'm not excited for it, but it's more about concerning things with that. Yep, thanks everyone. So we are done with that, and yeah, I am basically done with the stream. Again, this is the first stream with the webcam, which I am definitely not used to, and not used to looking at during streams. When I make videos, I specifically try to look actually at it like this when I'm looking at you all, but when I'm streaming, I'm just like over here looking at chat on that window, or looking here in the middle. I need to do some sleeping. And Sipa, ooh, I really feel like I'm going to be butchering that name, but Sipa Rayan, thank you very much for the $5 super chat there. You said keep it up. I really do appreciate that. That goes towards a lot of different things, like my LOTRO subscription that I keep up, and equipment and things like that. And I think I have done most of the outro stuff for this video and the stream, and just because it's so late and so tired, I feel like this is a good point to end it. I hope you all did enjoy all the Gondor stuff and all the roving threats and me experiencing central Gondor and getting a whole lot confused there with what we were doing, especially as we were going in circles a lot, as people some people had issues with their microphone on Discord basically, so we couldn't hear anything about what was going on. Oh, so Sipa Rayan is actually how you say that. I'm really surprised, just because with names, I seem to, at least I feel like I have a tendency to not be able to pronounce them all that well, especially with a lot of different names. I'm just totally not familiar with the structure of them, I guess. But anyway, I do want to thank you for that again. And yeah, as far as this stream goes, I hope everybody did enjoy it. And if you all did, please consider liking and subscribing for more. And thanks for joining and chatting and watching.